Good evening, everyone. Good to see you. Hey, Jen. Hey, Cindy. How y'all today? Good evening, everyone. Good to see you.
Hey,
Miranda. Hey, Jen. Hey,
what's up?
Cindy. Technical issues.
Sorry, I forgot to mute. I was busy listening and dancing and having a grand old time, and I forgot to
Wow.
mute. I really hope that no one can see me when your song is on. Because I
I know I
probably
can.
look like a complete asshole because I'm sitting here dancing to the music, making hand motions, and doing all kinds of crazy shit.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Jen.
Okay, I have to see what Chuck's picture is
You have to what?
while he's not looking.
Okay. Oh, that's cute. I like that.
It's a Ninja Turtle bush. I don't know.
It's
Oh, isn't that
it's
that?
that frog that, what do you call it, frog? Somebody put pot leaves all in it, and I grabbed it.
Well,
Oh
hey,
shit.
Robert, how are you? Robert, you want to come up and give us any new news you know? Like,
Bonnie, I have a question for you. My phone's been charging since I messaged you today. Did you get the message?
yes, and I answered you.
Okay, well, I haven't seen it, so I just wanted to know if you got the message.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Sorry.
It's fixed for chat. Yeah, I saw news with
Hey, Robert.
saw Peppermint Patty break down and over something she
Like
didn't
that.
even have a clue what she was
Get out of the
talking
box,
about.
man.
And
As soon as I took it out of the box, it was doing that.
it was something else. Then there was a plane thing.
Yeah,
But
Vicky
that
brought one of them Lasco fans from Walmart. As soon as I took it out of the box, set it on the floor and turned it on, it starts walking in a circle.
Hi,
Uh-oh.
everybody.
Hey, Robert, how are you?
Went smooth today.
Good.
Yeah.
Robert, did you hear about that plane that was flying over D.C. and then they found out it was something to do with the ball game and some parachuters were supposed to jump out for one of the teams. They thought it was something weird going on.
And I saw it was military parachuters. And I was like, and nobody at the Capitol knew this.
I'll say hi to everyone in the chat, Cindy. There's a lot going on in DC though.
He's hilarious too. Really?
Yeah.
So hilarious. So what's happening, Robert? I'm sure
A
you'll
whole lot
tell
of
us.
fools are there and think everybody else is dumb. That's what's going on there.
I think right now at the White House, I saw some bikes with the flashes going. I don't know if it's a patrol people or what, but and that film projector that Diamond saw last week is still up, and then
Hey, you been fall behind the couch or nothing?
then I missed Nancy Drew's videos. I couldn't get it because they blocked it. Did anybody watch the Nancy Drew's videos today?
No.
I didn't get to watch it. I did see a notification and it said something about a large presence of
Yep.
police around, but I was out at my mom's most of the day, so I missed a lot.
Yeah.
But
Like I
yeah,
was telling everybody, it's going to happen. Trump did not leave us like this. We're watching a movie. That's all I got to say. And I believe it's going to happen sooner. First of all, let's say with Joe Potato Head, if he, I think he's, that one guy, Leo Two's wearing his hat tonight on Fox. But him getting busted, and then Kamala cannot be president because she's not an American.
Right.
And 3, Pelosi won't get it, and 4, it'll be martial law, and that's the transition. We're in martial law right now.
I actually think we've been in it since 9/11.
Yep.
Okay, taking the
But I just hate it when people say Trump can't come back because it's impossible. Look how much deep he has to go.
Sorry.
Well, but it's the crime of the decade and century. This has never happened before. That's why it's taken a long time. Everything.
Oh yeah, because so many are going to go down for
On both sides.
so many things.
Yep.
Yes.
It's just
Well, I
people's
do.
Huh?
I do hope that they clean it up, no matter what side. This is beyond political now.
Yep.
It's just
It's crazy. It's crazy. That's why people don't believe. Mr. And they were saying that all the people that's coming in will go back when the movie is over. I think we're watching a movie. It has to play out.
seeing. I just wonder how in the world they will round them up to take them back, because there has been millions, I think, now, not just thousands.
I think Mr. T got it under control. I think he knows where everyone's at.
I hope so. And that's what I'm hoping, that bracelet they were cutting off of them meant something, but I didn't see them writing it down, or I didn't see. I don't know. Maybe the ones that went to DC, they don't care where they end up. I don't know.
You'd have an easier chance of catching all the wild hogs.
Hi, Lily.
Hey, Lily.
Maybe.
Yeah, Chuck. Oh,
Okay.
Go ahead.
And
hey, Bonnie. Guess what the percentage she's at right now?
28.
Yeah, they're close. 23.
Really? Good.
That's what someone was saying today.
I know everybody kept saying 33 for the longest, and I was like, there's no way. It just had to go down.
It's like,
I don't think he's at 23 either, but that's just my personal opinion.
Right. It's an exaggeration of whatever.
us, our panel right now, we have more than he has, right?
Right.
Same with me, Chuck, and you. It's just.
And we have more intelligence in these 4 people than he has in his whole staff.
Yeah. Guess whose birthday's tomorrow?
Who?
What we've been waiting for.
Tease?
No.
Okay.
Come on, get the thinking caps on, chat. Whose birthday's tomorrow?
Baron.
No.
Santa Claus.
No.
Yours.
Roberts.
No, mine's November.
November what?
6th.
Mine's the 13th.
My daughter.
All right.
9th.
Yeah, every now and then Vicky's birthday is on Friday the 13th.
The Queen's birthday is tomorrow.
Yes, I did see that.
So
the next day should Read that right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Are they gonna have to pull her corpse out from somewhere to celebrate?
That was ridiculous.
I was reading a video, Chuck, that they're saying they're starting to plan her funeral. So I saw a video.
By the time
Wow.
they have a funeral, it should be just bones and dust.
The end of the world. Patriot Bob.
And real hilarious too.
Probably somewhere shedding her skin.
Me and Tracy were talking about the dates coming up. Tomorrow is the 21st, and then Friday is the 22nd. Right? There's a bunch of twos in there.
Yeah.
True. 2222.
Yep. I saw a thing in Telegram that said 222-333 equals 555.
Mm.
So,
Hello, end of the world.
And we use 5x5 for all clear.
yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Patriot Bob. Nice to meet you.
Hey,
Hello,
George.
Patriot Bob.
So, Bonnie, you got to go look at Monty put up the video of Craig today.
On Monty's channel?
No, mine.
Oh, on yours.
Yep. He was singing to the Philippine women last night.
Oh, no.
Huh?
Oh, no.
Yep. He had his wig on and everything.
Was he fully dressed?
Yeah.
Craig is
I saw one
dead.
where he was starting to undress.
Well, he did the other day when he was putting on a Tim's unit
No.
You better leave my basket alone.
and describing it to a T, and I just couldn't quit laughing.
Oh, that Fox right now, they're showing Potato Head. It has his hand going like this. Joe feels your pain.
Yeah, Rabbit, that's a 420 icon for all the potheads.
Hey, Spotted Rabbits, Anna Marie. Good to see y'all.
Anna Marie, Spotted Rabbit.
Hello, Spotted Rabbit and Anna Marie.
Yeah, so tomorrow is going to be interesting. You know, with her birthday.
Hopefully
What
something
happened to
happens.
Jokes Icon?
Yeah, that's a living tomato plant. That's what that is. Yeah, that's what.
Shane taking the night off?
Pants optional. I don't know. Last he told me he was sitting on the deck enjoying the outdoors. And I said, good. Stay there and soak it up.
It was nice today, and I guess we're supposed to be in the 60s and 70s over the weekend, I think.
We were close to 80, but it was overcast. So I'm praying we get rain. There is definitely a drought in Texas. Yes, Chuck and them over there haven't felt it, but we're feeling it over here.
My rain buckets.
The other day, I was trying to ship it off to you, Bonnie.
My rain buckets are still full.
Wow.
So what did you buy at the store, Chuck?
I went earlier and got a few different other seeds and cigarettes and went and got hamburger buns, all kinds of odd stuff.
Anything on the shelf?
It looked all right for now.
You're not seeing any shortages?
Seeing selection shortage, but it's like where there used to be 5 or 6 different kinds of things or what have you. They're
Brands?
down to a couple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramens are where they're not staying, but some people go out and buy all the ramens and all the water.
Oh,
What?
Bonnie, I didn't tell you about last night.
Hey, Shane.
Hello, Shane.
Hey, Shane.
Mr. Finger.
Hello, all. How are we?
Oh, Captain Finger.
Good. Okay, what happened last night, Robert?
Monty said number 7, and he was like cheering. Everybody went crazy and stuff. I got the 10 people on panel last night.
Yay. That's
Everything.
great.
So Jeff came on, and Craig was sleeping, so he missed it.
Craig sleeps.
I guess he was. It was late, about 10:30, I think, quarter to 11, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do raise. You got to raise your hand to talk if I get 10 up, right, Shane?
It gets
Yes.
a little crazy if you get.
Yes, I think you need to raise your hand or
Yep.
always be polite and considerate of everybody else. And that's
Yep.
a bit. So.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. Everybody. But yeah. Now I can relax. Now I don't have to bug nobody anymore. Each night trying to figure it out. Zach came up, Bonnie, today.
What's that?
Zach came up today.
Oh, Zach did good.
Yeah. First time.
Dumbass dogs.
That's awesome.
To stop in and say hi.
Yeah. He's a sweet kid.
Yes, he's just a gorgeous little man.
Hoping Lakeberry, Bigfoot, and then will come over. They haven't came over yet.
Well,
Prepping
she was
101
having
has.
she was having internet issues yesterday.
Oh, she was?
She was on TJ's today saying that they had no internet for 24 hours.
Well, my other night, I was out for 3 hours, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was out for like 24 hours.
I've
And
seen
she
a
would
lot
get
of
her
people
internet
saying,
like 11, she said.
even at LWN, people were saying, well, my internet kicked me off. I finally got back in, and it's seems to be happening to a lot of people. I don't know if it's a just
So
the
how
East
far?
Coast.
How far are you guys away from Dallas?
I
Very,
am
very far.
about 5 hours from Dallas, 4 or 5 hours.
My sister and my niece is flying in there, I think, tomorrow for my niece's baby shower. So
Oh, good.
and everything, all that. So they're going to do a live on Facebook. So he has to be a friend or.
Mm,
I'll be back.
that'll be fun.
Yeah. So my mom said that I got to cancel Jude's vet appointment. So Jude's vet appointment, I got to get rescheduled.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to my mom's today to get a list of what I have to do while they're gone. And they're going to Wisconsin for a week.
So Shane, did you hear all the things happening in DC today?
No, I didn't hear much of what happened in D.C. today. I listened to Mike today, and I hadn't turned my computer on. Like I said, Bonnie will tell you, I was outside. I had my music blaring. I was out there just enjoying the weather. It got like 81 degrees today, and there was a little bit of wind, but it wasn't real bad. I think it was like 14 mile an hour, and I just wanted to enjoy it. I mean, it's not every day you get that around here. It's getting better. Our weather is getting a lot better. All this for the next 10 days, we're supposed to have 70s and 80s.
Yep, same here.
70s and 80s. So I'm like, no, I'm outside. I'm walking around. I'm going for walks, trying to get myself in better shape because I'm going to go down and see Bonnie.
None of them, hey, y'all watch this moments, huh?
How far is that from you?
8 hours.
Oh,
For me
that's
to-
one day. That's too bad.
for me to Bonnie is about 9 hours. It's 8, depending on if we meet halfway, but it's 4.5 hours each. So it's 9 hours for me to get down to her. So I'm trying to
If
get
he
my
drives
stamina
back and forth.
so I can handle it.
Try driving from Michigan to Arizona.
And then
That's a pretty good
Ohio, New
job.
Mexico.
Hello, Ruben.
The last drive I made, it was real long. Someone actually helped me drive. We drove from Oklahoma Panhandle to Mount Rushmore, which 11 and a half hours away. So, yeah, that was the last one I did, and that was a year ago. It was the 2nd of July. We stayed up there through the 6th, and we come home. We could have stayed longer. It wouldn't have been no big deal to me, but I was just ready to come home. I was tired, and I want my stamina back. So I've been out trying to get my stamina back. I don't want to go through that again.
Hey Shane, I don't know if this is breaking or real news, but it's saying Hunter Biden spotted at the White House.
I doubt
Yeah,
it.
well, that's good because his dad hadn't been spotted there ever. He's been spotted across the street. I think that's another BS lie. I don't think. Oh, he was there, I guess, one time. He drove the damn car around in the grass.
Yeah, they see Scott Sasquatch more in the woods than you see Biden at the White House.
That's it. That's it. You always see him across the street. That's it.
Hey, I seen Hunter in a crack house over here in Shreveport.
What are you doing, crack house?
I got by. He locked me in.
But I don't care what you say. That is friggin'
I
funny.
just waved to him.
He was over picking up his free pipe.
Hey Gigi.
Take me 7 hours to drive. There's Shane, brace you. All right, girl. Yeah, you're in Canada. You're silly. It'd take you 7 hours to get to the damn border.
That's what I was thinking. If not
And then,
more.
and then Shane, and probably 5 hours to sit at the border, right?
Well, I'm 8 hours away from Gigi, so it would take me 15 hours.
Wow.
She must have a boat. She's going to just swim across that little Michigan lake or something, and jump on here, and I don't know where in the
Yeah,
hell
I
she's going
can
to
be
get
right
a boat
over
to
there.
drive
Ready for,
Bring with that lights on.
Oh, she meant for your place, Shane,
I'm gonna leave my
to
jacket
Bonnie.
up here. It stinks so bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that means I'd have to drive 2.5 hours to go get her dumbass in an airport and then bring her back to my house, and then she'd have to drive me down there. So that might work, though. That might work. I'd probably do that.
Y'all just need to meet in the middle somewhere.
That's what me and Bonnie were talking about. We was just going to make. I think what was it, Snyder?
Yeah.
What you said? She said there was a whole lot to do there, like a McDonald's and a park or something.
McDonald's.
I don't do McDonald's.
Usually, what most people takes them 8 hours. My weird math, it usually takes me about 6 because I drive about 20 miles over the speed limit.
Oh, I do too. When you get to Texas, shit, shoot, man. I'm gonna tell you, yeah. I let it loose.
hey Shane, read
Go ahead,
Yep.
Z-Man.
read Giggles one break below hilarious.
Do what?
Read the comment right below hilarious too on Gigi.
Says hi, GG.
Yeah, that first one.
Oh, let me see. I'll
This
go back
one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I busted her bubble. I did that on purpose. GG knows if I don't give her crap.
You're supposed to say you wipe your ass, Gigi.
No,
Craig
I like
Stein.
her.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, we went up to Nashville, probably almost 4 now, but we went up to Nashville, and Vicky woke up once and looked, because she used to be playing with a kilometer, mile an hour thing on when it was digital dash. She looked over and goes, "Ah, you got it on kilometers." I know we're really doing about 100.
Well, and that's the thing. In Texas, depending on what road you're on, you can drive anywhere from 75 to 85 mile an hour legally.
Yeah,
And
here
I'm
they
always-
dropped it down to 70 though.
And we were in Arkansas headed towards West Memphis, and when she seen that, and she just went, "Ooh." I was behind a state trooper following them, so if they can go that fast, they ain't got lights on, so can I.
If we're driving to El Paso, the speed limit is 80.
I'm going to tell you, I was driving from here to Duncan, Oklahoma, and I had to leave at 4 in the morning because I had court at 8 o'clock in the morning. And one of our sheriffs was taking an inmate down south, and he come by me at 4 o'clock in the morning doing 80, 85. I fell in behind him. I don't want to tell you what. That was the quickest trip I ever made down there. And it was like, if they can do it, so can I. And I talked to him, and I talked to the sheriff, and the sheriff goes, "Nope." I said, "Just let me know next time you're going down there, because if I'm going down there, I'll just jump in behind you." He says, "No, just tell me when you're going, and I'll give you a damn escort." I'm thinking, now that's cool.
Yeah, because they just because they got a badge don't make them oblivious to the law.
Yeah. My mom went in the hospital.
Oh, I sure think they are. That no lights flashing, no anything, and they will just fly through town going 70 miles an hour in a 35. They just do what they want to do.
No, I did that once. I was on the phone, and my brother elbowed me when I was going through Hardesty, Oklahoma. It was 38 miles from where we was at, and I'm running 70 and 80 mile an hour, and he elbows me going. I'm on the phone. He elbows me. He says, "You're going to do 70 all the way through town," and we're in a 35 mile an hour. And I look down and go, "Oh crap!" By the time I almost shut down, I was already outside of town. I went through that little bitty town, 70 mile an hour, never even thought about it. And my brother's like, he had to reach over to elbow me. Hey. So still gives me crap about that. No, when I tell somebody something, the people I work for, when I tell them I'll be there in 30 minutes and it's 38 miles away, I'm going to be there, I promise. And I was there in 28 minutes. Could have got pulled over and probably been an hour and 28 minutes, but I never did. I went through that whole town, 70 mile an hour.
What is it, 25 mile an hour over? They can arrest you?
I think so.
Yes. Depending on where you're at and what state and what their protocols are. But yes, they can. 25 mile an hour over the speed limit, they can.
I was doing 65 in a party and got pulled over.
Here in Ontario, it's 10 kilometers.
They knock it down, you go 10 over or something.
Nothing. I got where it was. Hey.
Only travel. Oh, one or two. I'm going to do.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna step out. Kind of tired tonight.
I'm not sure what you have two of, but you can keep them.
All right, Robert. Well, I'm glad you came up and filled us in on what's going
And you
on.
just unmuted it.
So yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow with
All
that
right.
Queen's birthday tomorrow. So
You knocked it down, probably under the couch.
Yeah, I'll try and watch. I know I'm going to be talking to the realtor. But you go on at 1?
Normally 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Eastern,
Yeah.
so 2:30 or 3 for us. Okay.
All right, love you all. See you guys tomorrow.
Love you
See
too,
you later,
Robert.
Robert.
Bye,
Thanks.
Robert.
Thanks.
Have
All
a,
right, bye.
Good
have a
night.
good one,
Night.
man.
See you, Shane.
I had to go to court. Listen to this, y'all. I had to go to court for not having my driver's license on me. So
Mhm.
we're sitting there, right, me and Chuck, and the judge calls my name. Chuck goes, "You can just take her to jail now."
Oh no.
The judge started laughing. You really want to do that? Chuck goes, "Nah, I'll keep her." He was like, "You smart ass."
That judge probably seen the size of Chuck and thought, I'm not arguing with that boy. He's big. He'll whoop me. Yeah, I'll just give him what he wants.
I don't know. He had everybody in the courtroom laughing.
Yeah, what was that? We went to talk to the cop over, and I jumped on his shit in the middle of the police station because he didn't even.
Oh, because he told them that I said I caused the accident, which I know I didn't.
Somebody backed into her and she caused the accident. I said, I don't know what planet you're off of. You guys are morons to even believe that. Oh, if somebody backs up and they hit you, it's your responsibility to move out of their way. I'm like, she's at a drive-up thing at a drugstore. This dipshit ran into her.
Yep.
Well, do you have proof of that? I said, yeah, if she was sitting still. Well, he said she ran up behind him. And I'm like, no, she was sitting there. Just because the ass end of his car hit the front of hers don't make it her fault when she's sitting in line at a drive-up.
Yes.
Well, we don't
That
have
was
any evidence of that and all. And then they didn't even want to look into it. And I told them they're a bunch of idiots. Well, sir, you can't speak to me that way. I said, I'm a taxpayer. I'm going to speak to you however I want. Well. I said, well, what? What are you going to do? What are you going to do against my rights in here? Already you're showing how inept you are. And I just walked out.
Yep. That law that they made, I don't agree with, because when you're going 70 miles an hour and somebody flies around you, so they're speeding and they cut in front of you and all of a sudden slam on their brakes to make a right turn, and you're back there slamming your brakes and fishtailing and everything, if you hit them,
It's your fault.
yes, with the new law that they made about that, but I just don't agree with that.
No.
It's not a law. It's a policy. There's a difference. That's the difference. It's a policy. It's not a law.
So you can
It
take it
has
to
to go through
court.
Congress before it's a law. The state can do anything they want, and they can write anything they want. But unless it goes to Congress, it is a policy, not a law. So yes, that is fightable.
So it wouldn't be a state law?
No, no, there's no such thing as a state law. Look at your uh,
Code is not law. Mandates aren't law.
That's right. A mandate and policy and code is not law. That is just a recommendation, and that's what they try to get you with. And if you're gullible enough, they will convince you that you broke the damn law, and that is not right. See, look at Devil Dog. A code is not law. See, look at there.
I just wrote that down.
Like no shirt, no shoes, no service. That right there is not a law. That's a suggestion. They have the right to refuse service, but
Right. The
then
business.
that also falls into if it's a private place or if it's a public place.
Well, and yeah, now if it's a little public foyer where they're selling food and they pay rent and all that crap, yeah, okay, they can enforce that because that's their policy.
Because then it's the law code, but then it's still a code. It's not a law.
Like I said, you can walk into a damn courthouse without a shirt on, and you're okay.
If it says no shirt, no shoes, no service, Does that mean you can go out and put on shoes and a shirt, take your pants off, and they can't say anything about it?
Well, yeah, because I didn't say nothing about britches.
Boy, y'all are going to have some new signs made up all over the place. Please
Oh,
be
you're gonna
fully dressed.
run around in some short britches. You got your Hanes on and a shirt and shoe or flip flops, and so now you got shoes and a shirt, and now you get some service. And I'm like,
Yeah, I seen that somewhere, dog.
Shoot, I had a lady this morning come in with a robe and her slippers on. I don't think she had anything on underneath it.
No such thing as a law license.
that's
Oh.
correct. You can have a bar license, but that doesn't mean anything. That's the whole thing. A lawyer has a bar license, and a bar license only deals with maritime law. That's it, maritime law, and it doesn't hold a hill of beans. And everybody's scared of a damn lawyer, and they always think they have to have a lawyer to do everything. I have never had a lawyer. I've been to court 25, 30 times over a bunch of stupid crap I've done, and I've never had a lawyer, and I will not. And D Dog will probably elaborate more on that because he's 10 times smarter than me.
Yeah, and the police don't like it when they write you up for a ticket that's bullshit. Like one of your license plate lights are out, and I couldn't read it. I'm like, you can't read that these fucking plates with your headlights sitting up behind it. And he's like, well, that's beside the point. It's mandated. I'm like, that's not a law. Well, I'm gonna give you a ticket for it anyway. I'm like, he goes, you got anything else to say? And I talk, and I started to say something else. He goes, you're still getting a ticket. I said, well, just go write my ticket and shut up. I said, if I can't talk to you about what you should know, just give me the ticket and I'll tell the judge what I think. Which the judge ain't gonna do nothing anyway. Just judge is somebody paid to go in there. It's decided before they walk in what's gonna happen.
So,
Judges are crooked as a pig dick. Sorry about my explanation, but
oh, that's okay. So, is that amnesty? Like, is that what it's called? Amnesty when the child is born here but the parents aren't? Or, I don't know.
anchor
It's not-
baby.
Yeah.
It would take her next generation to be able to hold office. Really, she shouldn't even be able to hold the office she holds. That's why Schwarzenegger never took office, because he's a citizen, but he's not a naturalized citizen.
D-Dog, you have to elaborate.
Yeah, I forgot the article. I didn't really know which one it was, but I know how it works. Thanks, D-Dog. Bye, love you. Have a good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Vicky. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Love you.
Love you too.
Love you, Dorinda.
Did y'all hear? She's out the door.
Yeah.
There went the door. Yeah, they want to add new laws on top of other laws. If you don't enforce, like Rabbits is saying, if you enforce the laws we have, shit wouldn't happen. But making up new things for the same thing that exists doesn't make anything any better.
I didn't see that.
Chuck, I'm not trying to be rude, but boy, I'm glad she's gone because now you can talk freely and you won't have to worry about getting your lips busted up again.
I don't think she. Well, she may be, and she may have been born here, but there's a stipulation there somewhere, Jan. I think.
Who's that? Who we talking about?
Harris.
Her position, legal and lawful, is two different things. That falls into that again.
You talking about? Oh, the
isn't.
vice president. You're
Yeah,
talking about heels up?
yep. That's the resident and the vice resident. The president part ain't there, but
Yeah, she's an anchor baby. Neither one of her parents were from here, so she shouldn't even actually be in office. Uh, she was
yeah,
born here,
she's
but neither
also
one
a
of her
host.
parents were from
She's
here
also
or even had confirmation to be here. So she's an anchor baby.
It's the same
That's,
thing that is happening at the border. They'll
yeah.
come up in
she
delivery, and as long as they can cross that line, then that baby is considered a citizen because it was
No,
born.
no, that is not correct. That
Well,
is not
that's
correct.
what they say.
Yes, that's what they're trying to push. This new administration is, and that is not correct. That makes them anchor babies. That's all that is.
they're trying to push it also too. If they get across the border illegal, they're now no longer illegal. They're trying to give them
Yeah, they
uh,
give them amnesty. Yeah,
yeah, give them citizenship because they're here. That's like
yeah,
saying
and it's BS.
once you're in the bank vault, you're one of the people that own money in there.
Hey, let's go
Yeah,
with
well,
it.
I'm going to say, let's go visit a few banks.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, she's something else. I'll tell you one thing: she's got more specimens and samples in a sperm bank to get her way to the top in the last 30 years.
she's.
Yeah.
That's why we call her Heels Up Harris.
Yeah, and you ever seen her knees and something? Her knees look like catcher's mitts. They're all broken down and wore out.
I've never seen her knees because hell, her feet are always above her knees. So anyway, I'm going to leave that alone.
I thought so
Sort of
too.
GG, but not a naturalized citizen.
Well, there's a different. Well, I guess there is.
Gigi, no, that is not correct. Just because you're born in the country doesn't mean you're a resident or a supposed citizen. Uh, and that's why we call them anchor babies because they're born here, but they're not from here.
Yeah,
And
Obama's shit's got more black marks than a Sharpie.
no, I got more black marks in my britches than he. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, he wasn't born in Hawaii. Uh, Somewhere, somehow, I think they found the true birth certificate on that. And then, did you know he was not the first black president? Possibly.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Yeah, but there's so many out there of mixed lineage. He wasn't all black, but before he first got into office, oh, we got a black president, we got a. And then when he started doing his shit, I've heard a lot of black people. He's not black.
Well, let me ask you
Yeah.
this: wasn't Taft half black?
Just half or quarter or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, but
and that's back in the 40s.
the picture I saw was Lincoln.
Lincoln was supposedly half black. Yes, he was supposedly half black. Now I don't know how true that is. That's the supposed. I mean,
That's
we'll
what
never know.
I heard
Yeah.
or saw.
Yeah. And I've read that too, and I went through the history books, everything I could find, and I couldn't find any proof either way. Neither way. But yes, I had read that he was half black. And that's why he did what he did.
But was it a state then? I don't know.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Gigi, you're exactly right. It doesn't matter. It
No, it
doesn't
doesn't.
matter what color you are. Black, white, yellow, green, red. I mean, you can be from Mars. It won't make a crap.
Right.
As
Oh, Batman.
long as you got good morals, that's all that matters. You know, and you know
The
don't.
morals and the taking your oath seriously and knowing who you work for. That's the whole thing. And
Yep.
that's what I was thinking today, like, because we were talking last night about it. And so, if there has to be a president, which y'all all say there does, um, so what if it was like, okay, each state has a governor. If that governor was the one who went, I don't even know why it has to be in DC, but whatever, who went before the president with what the people were requesting and presented those requests. But I still don't see why there has to be a president to even decide that. It just seems like each state should be responsible for that state.
Well, and that's how it should be, and that's what a governor is. It's a president. It's a president of each state. That's what a governor is.
Right.
And the thing is why you have one president is because they have to take it to the since it's federal level. Let me rephrase this. They have to. The one person needs to take it to across seas ventures, and that's the only reason there is a president. Other than that, we don't need one. We don't need a president because we got 50 states and we got 50 governors. That's all we
So,
need. They're presidents of their own state.
so
But
we,
go ahead.
okay,
Go ahead.
go ahead with the bet. No, please, Shane.
Yes.
But
Well, the only reason there is a president of the United States is because he has to deal with foreign policy. Okay? He has nothing to do with state to state policy. And that's where the Congress gets shit wrong now. And I think they have the power of all the damn states, and they don't. They're supposed to deal with overseas. They're supposed to deal with foreign policy.
the
And
Congress
that's it.
is.
Yes, Congress, they have no business. They cannot write laws for the United States. The 50 states write laws for themselves
Okay, so then why is there representatives from each state in Congress?
because they go up there so they can help them write foreign policy. That's how it was supposed to be done, to write foreign policy, to who put tariffs on and to keep our country safe. That was the only reason the federal government was designed. Our 50 states can take care of themselves, and they will, and they can. And the only reason the federal government, which is Congress, the president, and all that, is for foreign policy.
Right.
Period. Period. The states need to write their own damn laws. Federal
So,
government needs to stay the hell away from us. And that's where the problem is they have snuck into where now they're running the domestic policy, and they have no business. They need to stay the hell out of our business. Period.
yes. And so then each state could actually do trade with each other within the United States for whatever that state has to offer. Like
Bingo. And that's
some,
how it was supposed to be. You're exactly right. That's how it was supposed to be.
so that's how we need to make it.
Yes. Yes. It needs to go back to the original. It needs to go back to where they stay the hell out of the states, and all they do is deal with foreign policy. They do not make laws. Right now, they're up there making laws for the states, and they have no business doing that. They have no business doing that. That is not on them. That is on each individual state, and that's why each individual state has a Senate and a Congress. Each state has that, and that's what they do. They make the laws for each state.
Oh,
Yep, D Dog, you're right.
I
That's
think we
exactly
can
right.
say no to it. We need to quit living off the government. That's the government needs to quit living off of us, and we need to quit living off of them.
Yeah, we're not living off of them. We're living off of ourselves. And they give you money, and it's like, here. There's a bunch of money, and it's not. It's our freaking money. They're not giving you nothing. Everybody feels good because they give you some money. What's our damn money? So it's bullshit.
Hey, Rusty, how are you doing? Rusty Nut, I've seen you. Thanks for coming by. Sharon, Ray, good to see y'all. Excuse me. So, last night also we were talking about um, the foundation of a family. So, starting from the ground up in every way, even in the states, because we see where some states are just, hate to say it, screwed. So, to build from the ground up, there's got to be some kind of a foundation. I don't know. I was just thinking about the communities. Okay, like we're all a community, all these channels. And then there's all this argument about the abortion stuff and all that. And where if we were actually a community physically helping each other in every way, everyone having their part in that community and doing what was necessary to be self-sufficient in that community, it would be like, because there's things like that are going to happen always, unexpected pregnancies, whatever. So it would be up to the community to help take care of that child, however it came about. And then that would stop that, right? No? Am I thinking crazy here?
Hello, Julie.
Nobody has anything to say.
I'm stepping down, you guys. Have a great night. I love you. I will watch
Take
you
care, Jordan.
tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you. What? 145,000 over the next 35 years.
Yes, and it's your money, and then they charge you for it.
That's what I was going to say, but wait. Where did they get the money to hand out to everybody? Us? Whoops. I'm missing some. Thank you, Julie. Yes, that's true. Anna Marie.
Cindy, that's not quite true. The states can't afford to leave the feds. Uh, the states can actually, they're the actually ones feeding the fed. So yes,
Yes,
they can. So yeah, they can. There's plenty of money in the states. Happens every month. There's plenty of money. It's just overspending that is where people get into a pickle, and it's due to our politicians and our bureaucrats. Bureaucrats need to disappear. They all need to be thrown in prison for embezzlement. And that's my theory. All bureaucrats need to get approved.
yes. Because even, okay, CPS. And D Dog said it's 80 to 140,000 per child, something like that. So
$185,000.
that money is coming from the state, not federal. Is that correct?
Yes, and it actually comes from the person, but yet, yeah, they take that out of your state funds, which is your Social Security and all that crap.
Exactly. So if that was cut out, because that's totally unnecessary, if there is a true case of something like that, call the police take care of it, somebody's arrested, done. Is T Dog asking? Okay, what's stolen valor?
Stolen valor is where you're claiming to be a soldier of some sort, and you aren't. And you're trying to portray yourself as a vet or something like that. That would be stolen valor.
Okay. Ruben, what would be messed
That's
up?
the easiest way I can explain it. Now, there's a better explanation, but that's the easiest one I could come up with.
Gigi, if he was in the military and that happened, there should be public records in that state. Uh, well, they can keep trying to figure that out, but they're going to another country. So it sounds like a nuo deal, maybe. Um, I cannot think of anyone in Boston right now.
I'm here. I just was away for a few minutes. But
Gigi, you see what D Dog said?
I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to be on here much longer. Well, maybe. We'll see. I'll tell you all here in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, Bonnie's been whooping my ass. She's keeping me up till 4 o'clock in the morning every day.
Oh my goodness. Here we go.
And she's been whooping me 3 days in a row of that. I'm beat.
they youngsters hard on a whole old man, huh?
Well, I'm going to tell you, this old man is getting wore out. This old man is getting wore out.
Lily, how are y'all?
My brother shows up and says, "You gonna sleep all day?" I'm like, "Damn, what time is it?" And I roll over and look, and shit's 11:30. I'm thinking, "Yeah, I gotta get up." So I do. I get up, get moving, and Bonnie's whooping me. She's tough. I'm gonna tell you, Bonnie is one tough old gal.
But
She's hard.
you felt like going outside and getting fresh air and moving around.
I did. I was out there all day today.
So what do you have to complain about?
Time I got out of bed.
What do you have to complain about, honey? You got your sleep. You got stuff done.
Well,
she's saying you'd bitch if you got hung with a new rope.
Oh, probably. No, what happens is my brother shows up. And we always order lunch at 11:30 because if not, the specials run out, and you don't get your special.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lily.
So he shows up and is like, "Okay, here's a special. Which one you want?" Because we got 2 or 3 places,
He's like, I only been up 2 or 3 hours, or I ain't been asleep but 2 or 3 hours, dude.
Yeah, no shit. It's like, Bob, I don't care. Just order us something, and then I have to get up and give him some money, and because it's usually my money clip, and they'll make a mess of my money clip if I don't get up and give it to them. Or if I have to get it out of my stash, they'll move my computer all around and all that crap. I'm like, no.
Get rid of all that dirty money.
Yes. All that laundered money.
Yeah. All that dirty old money. Like, I remember telling Dad, I only took it because they're all wrinkled up, and I got rid of them because they're old.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My brother, he did me a favor today. He knows I get pissed off because everybody always keeps bringing me damn ones. And I like ones about as much as I like change. And I can't stand it.
They pull out your wallet like a stripper.
Yeah, he added 50 cents out of his own pocket to get me a 5, so I didn't have to have a 1 or 4 ones. So
My
and the
quarters go
change.
in the ashtray in my truck. Dollars I try to pass in. Now the girls around here ask me, "You still got quarters out there in your ashtray?" They know I keep them. So.
Only quarters I keep is bicentennial. I've got baskets and baskets of change upstairs. Even some of it's wrapped. When I give it away to my redheaded stepchild, the last one she took was like there was over $200 in it. I don't care. Get rid of this crap.
I keep quarters and dimes for some of these girls at the stores around here.
I get so much change, it just piles up everywhere, and I'm just sick of it. I don't want it. I hate it. I hate it. I just give it away. I have a whole truck full. And I told them, go out there with your purse and dump all that shit in your damn purse. I don't want that shit in my truck no more. I hate friggin' change. And me and Bonnie had this conversation. I think it was last night.
And I'm
She
sitting
thinks I'm silly. She thinks I'm silly, but I
You
don't care
are.
if it's $200. Take that crap and get rid of it.
Here a while back, Shane, they got $45 worth of quarters. And my truck is a newer GMC. It's granted it's an '08, but it's still, you know how small them ashtrays are.
Oh,
Somehow
yeah.
they had $45 in quarters in there, and it don't look like it hold that.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Mine's a 2012, and it's got the console, and I have this little deal in there, and I poke all the change in it. Well, it overruns, so they just start throwing the change in my damn console. And I just said, get that crap out of my truck. All of it. I don't care if you take it down to the vacuum cleaner and suck it up with a damn vacuum. Get it out of my damn truck.
Listen to you. You know,
I'm telling you, I haven't liked change in 5 years. I'm
there's
very
this
adamant.
movie. What is the name of that movie?
Yeah, Vicky's purse, she carries so much damn change in it when she walks. It looks like she's got a sawed-off shotgun or something in it, the way it moves around.
Gigi, come
Man,
down and clean my truck, and I'll have you clean out my upstairs too. You'll probably be $1,000 richer just in change. I don't care. Get
Not to
rid of this
mention pennies.
crap.
Probably got a shitload of pennies, huh?
Oh, I got it, and they're rolled up. Uh, my friend Brenda, she come over and rolled my change one time. Because I used to keep it in this velvet bag or little box,
hi Ray.
and I tell you, the thing's about a foot tall, and it's plumb full, and she rolled it all. And I guarantee there's two, three, four, $500 in that damn thing of quarters, dimes, and nickels. I don't care. Take it all. Just get the hell, get it out of here.
My old lady, or Vicky's best friend, she and her husband, this has been years ago, got a divorce. He got everything out of the house finally. And she went in there and looked in his office room, and he had 4 them Music Mountain spring water, them big 5-gallon jugs. One was almost flat full of pennies, nickels, dimes, and the quarter one was 3/4 full. And she goes, Chuck, if you can do something with all of them, I'll give you half of it if you go turn it in. And I'm like, I don't want half of your money. She goes, I want it out of there. Hell, if somebody get it out of there, I'm willing to give them half of it. I talked to 2 buddies of mine. I didn't feel like toting them out. I said, hey, boys, go turn this change in for her, and each of y'all watch the other one. And I'll make sure you get $150 a piece. And they went and did it. They come back with a receipt. Old girl had $7,800 worth of change in them 4 jugs.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be back in a second, guys.
Okay. Ray, I'm getting your link to share.
Oh, I'm not too worried about all that.
Well, I think I saw something that sounded important.
Not important. I'm just gonna go over everything that's happened with the apartment this month so far and where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, Gigi, that reminded me of an old meme I just seen the other day, an old picture of a prostitute talking to a guy through a window, and she's talking to him, says, "I'll do anything for $50." And the guy says, "Can you siphon gas?"
Just bought this stupid printer and it's not installing. I might have to go back to Walmart. So, how you doing, Chuck? I haven't seen you since this morning, early afternoon. Shane, good to see you.
I'm doing all right. How you doing, brother?
I'd be doing great if this fucking printer installs.
Yeah.
I got all my documents ready to print up, take to the courthouse tomorrow, take to the post office.
You know, I hate the new printers. Used to be you'd get a printer, it had a disc. Well, your computer had where you could put a disc in. Mine doesn't, but you could. It was just way easier. Now it's like I get the girls. Can y'all set up this printer so I can use it?
To answer that, I have one computer that's about 15 years old and one that's just gone out of warranty 2 years ago.
Getting to the point, it's cheaper if you find one on special. It's got actual full fucking ink things in them. It's cheaper to just buy a new printer.
Yeah, this printer was only $50.
And my inks for the one I got are like $28 a piece.
But yeah, I'm having technical issues. I'll try it with the other computer here in a little bit. But let's see, I typed up a retaliatory notice for the apartment complex. I've got a preliminary injunction request for the Superior Court against the landlord, and then a motion to compel typed up and ready to print for the Superior Court as well.
Cool. So you've been talking to.
I have not talked to D-Dog.
Really?
I told him in chat that I need to pick his brain, and I got nowhere. Gigi, I did post a link in chat where you can go just to start your basic information, how to do a FOIA request for the United States military. And stolen valor is basically pretending to be a service member or service vet in order to obtain benefits or other things that a service member or vet would receive, like a discount at Greyhound, medical assistance, housing assistance, anything that would normally be earmarked for vets and military only.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
And it chaps my hide because there's some of us that really wanted to serve. I really wanted to serve my country. I was told by many people, including in high school during JROTC, that I would excel, and it wouldn't take me too long to advance up to a very decent NCO or even officer. However, because of an accident that was not my fault, it would be very, very difficult. I mean, there would be two routes I could take. I could be honest, and that would require so much approval, and it would basically be bounced all the way up to the Pentagon medical. And at any point, it could get rejected for any number of reasons or no reason at all. Or I could just lie and say I don't remember. And then if you lie and you get caught in that lie later on, you're really fucking screwed.
Yeah, because you're a medical liability if they already have a history of something.
Well, up here, well, not that side, this side. This side.
Wow.
I had skull fragments removed when I was 13 due to an accident.
Have you not seen me? Have you not seen me? I got one
Oh, no,
on
I
each
see
side, just
Optimus.
like what you're talking about. I got one on each side that you're talking about from an accident, and that's
Yeah,
what kept
mine's
me from doing him.
yeah. So I mean, I
Because
could have lied, and because technically I could have probably gotten away with the lie because it happened at a young enough age that you know technically I would forget. Somebody would normally forget, but I just couldn't do that type of a lie. But it chaps my hide because there's people that really, really want to serve, and then we have these idiots that do get in that are dumbasses to begin with. Then they do something stupid, even more stupid than what you thought was possible, and get an Article 15 and get thrown out with a dishonorable.
Hi, Raspberry. I hope that you come back. Thanks for stopping in.
Okay, this printer
I'll show
thing
you all
can
something.
fuck off.
I'll show you all something. It's damn. She's got that damn banner across the bottom, but if you look, you see that?
You
It
enjoy
goes
your vacation.
all the
Thank
way
you.
through. And then if you look at this side, I got another one. Same damn place on the other side, just all the way through.
See, mine wasn't as extensive. It was just
Yeah.
about a
They didn't have to remove anything, but I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I mean, you can see it from right here,
yeah.
this way. Yeah, I was. That's why I keep my goatee because I've got one on my lip that comes down and goes across my chin. I got one that went right through my eye, and yeah, I was pretty screwed up, and that's what kept me from getting in. So, because I'd applied, I could have walked on to any Air Force base there was. Due to my dad was in the Air Force, so I could have walked into any Air Force academy there was. Never even had to apply. And I want to tell you, I couldn't do it after that. That really had me screwed up for a lot of years, and I was really ashamed of it. And it wasn't even my fault. I was a passenger. So
They
yeah,
bug you out the cheetah.
it was very tough. I wanted to.
They bug out. Right now, I got about a dime-sized hole in my skull. I mean, it's been covered up, naturally through time, but it's still there. It's about a dime-sized hole.
Hmm.
I was given what was it, a 40% chance of survival.
Did you?
And here you are.
I beat the odds, or did I?
You don't know if you survived yet?
Nah, I don't know if this is heaven, hell, or earth. I'm pretty sure it's not heaven, based upon current actions.
Not
This
yet.
is heaven. This is heaven on earth, all in
What,
what you make it. Man.
what do they call it in
Heaven.
between? I lost that word. What do they call it in between?
Purgatory?
Yeah, it's the
Purg-
ghetto side. It's
yeah.
the ghetto side of purgatory. That's where we're at.
Limbo.
We're in purge. We're in the purge stage.
Limbo Ghetto sounds like a good name for using on here, don't it?
Yep.
Or in most of your major towns, it just have to say East Side Limbo.
So yeah, come to reviewing stuff with the apartment complex doing. They're counting on everybody just. They're basically counting on rolling everybody over. Just they don't think that anybody's going to do anything, and I've calculated it.
He should kick her.
If it comes down to it, I'm asking the court, and they'll probably force me into court, which I'm seriously hoping that they do. Again, it's cheaper for me. But I'm going to file a counterclaim for $11,600 and some dollars, which totals my entire 1 year's worth of rent, and that's not including the 6 months from the prior owner. I haven't even calculated that yet.
You need to ask for 3 times that. That
Yeah.
way, when they negotiate you down, you'll still end up with what you need.
Like they told me, those Social Security office, they always think you're wanting an extreme amount or you're giving an extreme side of the story, so they'll knock it down. So
always ask for 3 times the amount. And that's usually, D-Dog says 10 times, but 3 times the amount is usually a third goes to a lawyer, a third goes to a doctor, and a third goes to you. So ask for 3 times the amount minimum. D-Dog says 10. And you don't ask. You demand it. You don't ask. You demand it.
Well, right now I've just set up. I'm still reading the state statutes to see if I'm entitled to damages. I'm entitled to what I've paid. This is just what I've paid in the last 12 months. I haven't calculated damages because I don't know what Arizona is going to allow me because they've changed the laws recently.
Whether or not you were shut in because of the pandemic last year, did it make it more complicated, you having to deal with that way?
Yes. Mental anguish, pain, suffering, everything.
And suffering.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're married, got a wife, girlfriend, or what. You should tell them you had a girl and it affected me so much that it screwed me up sexually, and she left me during this.
Well, I may use some of that if we end up in court. I mean, right now, if they take it to court, once I file a counterclaim, it's automatically moved from the local magistrate to civil court straight to superior court, just because we're over civil court's threshold.
I would start at like 15 grand.
Well, again, 15 may actually be less than me.
There he goes. Like I was telling you yesterday, court of record.
That's what I said, devil dog. Civil court out here is not a court of record. The superior court, however, is. The civil court is limited in its jurisdiction. It can only hear cases up to $10,000. Anything above $10,000 must go to the superior court. Superior court also gives me the ability to demand a jury trial.
Yes.
Listen to D-Dog and let him give you some advice. You might end up owning the apartment.
Oh, I'm more than happy for him to give me advice. I'm willing to listen. I know and see.
I hope your mind can absorb everything he's got to tell you, because I want to tell you, that man is stupid smart. He knows his shit.
D-Dog's the one that walks in court and leans over behind the judge and says, "Just let it happen."
Well, I'm no slouch. I mean, me and my wife, we were sued by a debt collector one time for a credit card debt. And that debt collector now owes us money. I actually got him good.
Yeah, and he said, "Don't demand, use require." Get stern, but don't get upset.
That's it. Never get upset.
Only upset. Only upset is before a jury if you get tears in your eyes or something, but don't get to hooping and hollering.
Oh no, that's the worst thing you can do if you get into a jury trial.
Sound like somebody's camera unplugged.
No, it's me fucking around with the damn USB. I think the USB cable or the USB on this PC is bad, so I'm trying to switch the USB for my printer. And I
My
always
camera,
get those noises.
I moved the camera and hooked it into an extension and quit doing it. I plugged the mouse into where the camera was, and it's fine. So I'm guessing between the two of them, one of them is bad connection.
Well, it keeps telling me that the printer is detected, and then it tells me that it can't detect the printer. So I think the printer may be bad.
Either that, or you need to drop the drivers and all, get rid of them, and then reinstall it.
That's I've done that already too.
Without it plugged in.
Yeah. So now I'm just changing USB ports on the computer, and if that don't work,
Requires a common law term. Demand is nothing.
Hey, Black what?
yeah, I honestly don't know what this apartment complex is thinking. They know that I have all the documentation because I've provided them documentation to assist them to go after the previous owner.
Even a snake's all innocent until it bites you.
So basically, right now, I'm at the point I'm just asking for a preliminary injunction, basically a strong word from the court telling them that they should rethink their position. It doesn't really order them to do anything with the preliminary. It just tells them the court believes you should rethink your position. And then the motion to compel, well, that's just what it is. I mean, they're required under law to do something. They haven't done it. Now I'm going to ask the Superior Court to compel them so that not only will they get fined by the city, but now they can actually get fined by the court.
Hey, Catawonky. Good to see you.
Wonky, how you doing, sweetie? Lisa, I still have your information. I will be asking for some help on your behalf tomorrow during my live. Just to let you know, I haven't forgotten about you.
Wow, double state income tax for parents of unvaccinated minors. Oh, so now they add embezzlement to it.
To what I missed. What they had in the Durham.
Rhode Island didn't submit to double state income tax for parents of unvacationed minors.
Yes.
Yeah, that won't stand mustard.
That's embezzlement. And then when you give people stuff for doing it, that's bribery. I just loved how they did the one thing. So we don't have enough of these go to a certain color of people, and that just made people of that color. Oh, why can't we have it? We're right here. We're going to line up. We want it now. All you have to do is make them think they can't have it, and then they run for it.
Well, and they put it out that they were more susceptible also. So
Yeah, you're more susceptible to catch it, but you can't have it.
yes.
They knew exactly. They would no. We demand it.
You know you want it, but you can't have it. Yes, I know I'm a horrible singer, but
All,
Me
all
too.
these all these circles to take out a generation.
Yeah. I don't want it.
When you remove one generation from a society, the society takes I forget how long to recover, but I used to know all that. It's bottled up with the rest of the wandering wino in the liquor store.
We're all terrible singers there, Ray. We just all try real hard.
oh, I don't even try hard anymore.
We need to be on stage headed west.
Yeah, we all need to be on the stage together. That would be fun. We could run off the whole damn crew, people.
Hell, that's
That
like
would be a blast.
Yeah, like
I think we need to. That would be
that'd be
fun.
like a redneck comedy tour right there, boy.
it'd be like
Oh my God. That
the
would
trailer
be
park
fun.
version of Jeff Foxworthy.
I can do the tambourine. I can kind of harmonize. Used to could.
And what the hell is a tambourine? What is that?
That's a banjo with bells around it.
It's the
Okay.
round thing that they.
Oh, with the little the baby symbols around it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Baby symbols.
No, I didn't know how to explain it, but
That's a good way to describe it.
Banjo with bells.
it's not a fruit, Shane. I know that's right.
Tennessee Ridge Runner. I take that challenge. Jump up anytime.
Boy, I went, hey, yeah, get on up here there, buddy. Me and you'll have a contest.
I used to sing really good duet with Jack Daniels.
I
Yeah,
didn't
but I
even.
don't think Ralph was a song.
I didn't do too bad with Jose.
But I sort of sounded like David Allen Coe. So it's like David Allen Coe and Trace Adkins' love child. What I sounded like.
I'll sound like anybody you want me to. You just spit it out. I'll do it.
Well, I can definitely say I did not sound like anybody's love child. If I did, that's a love child you never want to meet.
No,
I
Gigi.
used to say I look like Michael Jaco and Charlie Ward had a kid. That's what I used to say when I first met them guys. Because I'm an old man, but yet I had the mentality of Jaco, and so yeah, I used to say that, and people would just giggle their butt off.
Hey, Christina.
Hey, Christina.
Tennessee Ridge Runner. Get up here. Low.
Hey, Tennessee.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tennessee Ridge Runner, get on up here. We'll do some Trace Atkins. We'll do some Josh Turner. Whatever you want to do, man.
Black
We can
Watch.
do it.
You changed Bonnie's name to Bommy.
Although I will tell you what, I was the first person to get up on Rescue's panel last night and sing him a happy birthday. I was the very first.
Oh, that's good. Did he go the full 24 hours?
No, he went a little over 12.
Oh, okay.
I think that's because he had such a headache after I sung to him.
No.
He may not have been able to hear half of the whole live that he did. The bleeding eardrums and stuff.
Did you do the Kennedy happy birthday wave with Marilyn Monroe? Or
Yeah.
maybe he pictured your cleavage in his face.
Well, I was gonna do the whole nipple rubbing, but out of respect for rescue, I decided against it.
Oh,
I sang to Bonnie last night when we was on private, and I know she said she was crying, and I think it was because of my singing. I don't think it was because it was a beautiful song.
uh-huh.
I think it's because of my singing. Poor girl. I torture her. I torture the hell out of her.
He's at work. You can't can.
Yeah, he says he's at work on his phone right now.
Yeah. All right. I'm still gonna help you do it sometime when you're not working.
Yeah, that thing you put up there earlier, GD, about the pox and all that. We were just coerced that we had to do it to get our kids in school.
But I know a lot of people who didn't, and they were not fined or kept out of school. So, uh,
We got threatened with taking the kids away from us from CPS by, I forget who. I think it was a counselor.
they will try to do that, yes. But again, go to Affidavit Mamas or Dave Cares for You, and they will tell you exactly how to get out of that.
Yeah, well, this was 30 years, 25 years ago.
Right.
Do what, Black Watch? I didn't understand what the hell you just said.
Same thing. Oh, I wasn't crying. Smoke got in my eyes, I think is what he's.
Probably because of typo between your singing Bonnie something and smoke got in his eyes.
Yes, Bonnie's crying because it was so bad she was embarrassed.
Gigi, they still give them, but okay. Uh, my granddaughter had a reaction, so she will not get any more.
I remember.
Looks like D-Dog Bonnie is backstage, or was backstage. It could have been somebody else, but
Go. Thank you for seeing that. I'm so sorry, D-Dog.
Whatever.
Whatever.
And this is for Ray.
Now you know how I feel.
She left me back there with Jason.
that's who D-Dog was back there with. Luckily, Jason, I think, may have decided to give up.
Okay, Ray, with your court thing, the first thing you want to do is you get it out of their bullshit court and get it in your court.
Well, that would be, that's right. What I'm doing right now, I've got to go to Superior Court.
Right, but you have to identify yourself as a man.
He's like, what?
Well, you're not one till you identify as one.
Yeah, not a citizen.
I see what he's saying. He's almost kind of like the pro per versus pro se.
Person versus citizen.
Well, what you need to do is enact all your rights, and what you need is the Constitution, Article 6, Clause 2, which recognizes treaties as the supreme law of the land along with our Constitution. And then you use the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. And I believe it's Article 1. It actually lets you claim being a man, and it empowers all your rights.
Well, I may have to wait until Friday to file.
Isn't it, D-Dog, that citizens aren't entitled to rights like a man is? Something like that, isn't it?
Well, a citizen is a fictitious entity.
And a citizen is an employee of the government, the federal government.
Yeah.
And none of us work for the federal government. And that's the difference. Look up the definition. It's in the congressional. Congress had to make a definition for citizen. And they're the ones that defined what citizen meant. And that was an employee of the government.
You have a request. What is printed on your shirt?
A
I
mouse donkey?
I
don't give
don't
a
give a
rat's
rat's ass.
Oh, I don't know. I don't. I would have been. I would not have succeeded very well in Egypt. I don't do symbolisms very well.
I
You
just want
don't
to know
give a
where you.
Mickey Eeyore.
I just want to know where the hell
Really?
did you get all these damn shirts? Because
People
every
send me a
one of
lot
them,
of them. They say he won't wear this one, so they get me that one, and I wear it.
I just
I had a.
because man, that is phenomenal. I mean, you got all these shirts that just say all this. They don't say nothing, but I mean, the writing on them is just phenomenal, and I look for them. And man, I have a hard time finding the damn things.
I went to the mall one year with my niece. I took her to the mall, and I saw this shirt. I decided to get this shirt. It had no letters on it, no wording, just two hands. One hand was like this, and the other one was like this. Very simple.
Yes.
I wore that out one day, and this guy stopped me. He goes, "Let me check out your shirt." So I show it to him, and he's like, "Damn, I wish my wife would let me wear something like that."
His
Wow. So
wife.
he had to take a picture of it. Maybe that's how I feel about people. Okay. So
Yeah, I usually
downloading
don't feel
drivers
that
onto
good
the
about
second
people.
computer.
Do what, D-Dog?
I don't feel good enough about people to even waste my time flipping them off anymore.
Well, see, that's why I love that shirt. It saved me the hassle.
Yeah, the link I put in private chat and regular chat. If you want to understand the International Covenant a lot better, the guy actually centers it on illegal taxation. It's a 6-year-old video, and under the description, there's 3 other videos. You watch those 3 other videos first, and that breaks it all down. He even gets into the Russian Constitution and the Canadian Constitution.
I wish I'd have saved the video. I found one the other day about people talking about being considered citizen, and that makes you an employee. A guy was suing the government since he's been a citizen for X number of years, that he was suing them for his wages that they never paid.
Milo, how you doing there, buddy?
You may know about that, D-Dog, the one I'm talking about. I can't remember who it was talking about it.
I got a question for D-Dog. Have you watched Dave Champion, Dr. Reality? He's out of Nevada. He lives in Nye County. Have you ever heard his show? All right. He was a special forces. Then he went to a law office, as a officer, and then he started giving speeches to the government. And he's one of the tax writers that he studied taxes, and that was the lectures he get, and that's who I really got it, and I bought his damn book. It's called Shattering the Myth on Taxes. His name is, like I said, he goes by Dr. Reality. He's out of Nye County, Nevada. And I want to tell you, you need to go look him up and see what you think about him, and then let me know, because you're a lot smarter than me. And man, I bought his book. I've read his book, and that's where I got all my tax information from. And I think I'm pretty good on that shit. And he's got even the 1100 series, which is supposed to have been deleted. and hidden. But no, he is stupid smart on the tax shit, and I really wish you'd go look at him and see what you think. He comes up with some wild shit he talks about, uh, but he studies the government real close, and then he breaks it down. His name is Doctor Reality or David Champion. If you go look that up, man, and uh, Shattering the Myths was the book, and he's got some health books because he's into that too. And he's 60 or 61 or 2 now, and he never had tattoos in his life until he hit 60. And now he's got them on his hands. I mean, he's got tattoos everywhere. Everybody thinks he's a prison thug, and he ain't. He's ex special forces. He's ex cop. He run for sheriff, and he's all about the Constitution. So, yeah, go look him up if you would, please, and then let me know what you find, what you think.
Well, if he's just centering on taxes, I'm not worried about taxes.
You Michigan girl.
Well, the International Covenant, Section 2.2, basically states that they can't tax the people. No country can.
No, no, they cannot tax anybody that does not work for the
And
federal government.
it's in a treaty that America signed, so that's good enough for me. Plus, I understand that the 1099 and W-2 are not income. That's just gift and compensation, and that goes on a different form and in a different location. And
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know very many people who get a W-3, which is the only form for income, to actually put
Absolutely,
it on their taxes.
absolutely. And everybody falsely fills out all them W two and the 1099, and I just put NA on all of it. I don't put nothing on there. I don't even sign the damn thing. I put NA
I
and
haven't
eternity.
I haven't sent one in over 20 years.
I didn't pay tax for 15 years, and then I did because my wife wanted me to have good credit. And then I haven't in the last 5 years. I haven't done it again. I just don't do it. I mean, because it's illegal to sign that damn form because you're falsely claiming that you work for the government, which is a federal felony.
Well,
And I'm
not only
not doing
that,
it.
to do that form, they require that you put your social security number in, and that's a misdemeanor just for them to require that.
That's it. That's exactly right. And that's why I quit doing it.
Well,
And people
I
think I'm
charged them,
freaking
and
nuts.
the case kind of went away, and they just left me alone ever since.
Yeah.
I have. They've called me a time or two, and I said, "Well, since you're calling, I know you're fake." And then they send me a letter or two, and I just ignore the damn letter,
Right.
and that ain't a damn thing they do. Not because there ain't one of them that can prove anything I've made or have not made. Not a one.
Yep.
So who's
And
going
if
to come
anyone
put
ends
their
up in
name on there?
tax court, require the attorney to get up there and swear under oath that the documents that he's submitting is known as true.
Right.
And no
And he
attorney will
ain't got.
do that, so it just becomes garbage paper.
Oh yeah, because there's no one that was there that was. It's not firsthand knowledge. It's all assumption and it's all accusations. And so yeah, just throw it at a court, damn near immediately. I know
Well,
I've been there.
well, there's no statement in the world that has to be paid.
That's right. That's right. That is exactly right.
Thing is, if you work somewhere, how do you stop it from taxing
You can sign a form. You can
But
sign a form.
it depends what you get. If you get a W-4 or a 1099, because you got the I9NS, the W9, the W8, and I can't remember which letters it is, but that stops all the withholding.
They got a form you can sign that you refuse to have them withhold taxes. Uh, and then they just try to send you a 1099, and you don't have to sign a 1099. Do not sign a 1099. Don't even fill it out. Put it NA all the way down the damn thing, and do not sign it and send it in. That's
They,
the damn thing they can do.
they sent a
Nothing.
thing here. They took Vicky's income tax this past year because of money that come out of mom when she died. And I got seen the thing coming in the mail. And I thought it was bullshit, just some of these fake shit. They ended up taking her money because of that, and I didn't know what to do with it, and they ended up taking it.
Yeah, and it's bullshit. It's a lie.
When filling out your W-2, W-4, whatever the fuck, why not just put exempt?
Don't ever sign them damn things. It is actually a felony to sign it because because you're signing saying you work for the federal government, and you do not. It is actually a felony to sign the damn thing. That's
But
why
if
I
you
want
say
D-Dog to go. That's why I want D-Dog to go look and watch and listen to Dave Chapman, because I want D-Dog's take on it. Like I said, I think he's freaking stupid smart, and he used to teach that shit for the federal government.
well, if
So
you
he
say
already
you
knows.
work for the federal
what.
government, um then you're giving them permission to tax you.
That's right. When you sign it, that's permission to take your money.
I'm
You
rolling
don't
out.
give them
Not
permission.
y'all.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
You gotta love Chuck. He's so abrupt about it. I'm leaving. Bye and gone.
Right.
Yeah, he don't jack around.
We love you,
Here and go.
Chuck.
Yeah, I think that's his nice way of saying peace out, bitches.
Right? Mic drop.
Shift kicker. Well, D-Dog, you kind of do the same. Just poof, you're
Yep.
gone.
Yeah, D-Dog's the same damn way. He'll just be sitting there and when he
Don't
goes
do
and puts his icon on and puts on very long, next thing you know, he's gone. He's like, yeah, I'm bored. I'm out of here.
Well, my phone doesn't shut up, so I don't get any of my own time anymore.
Well, whose fault is that?
Mine, because I let people know who
Oh,
I am.
I know. Hey, I try not to blame. I haven't called you in a long time, so you can't blame me on any of it. I did call you. What was it? A couple months ago, a month ago.
Yeah,
I just
Shane,
know that.
our phone calls are anywhere from 2 to 5 hours. So
Oh, I know it, and that's why I go. I can't call D-Dog. I want to, but I can't call him. I don't have the energy to stay on the phone for 5 hours.
So
and
Lisa's in
it's not
chat.
your fault. It's just we get involved and we get all tied up, and I just love picking your brain. And yeah, son, I'm gonna tell you, it's like. And I told my brother he was talking to me yesterday, and I was telling him about you because he don't know who you are. He don't get on the internet. And I said, yeah, old D-Dog, he's stupid smart. Man, I love talking to him.
Well,
Why don't
before
you
we
call him?
ask D-Dog
Hell
about
no.
Lisa's question, I just want to say, Gigi, you don't want to try to analyze my dreams. You'll need several analysts afterwards, okay? I'm just saying. But Bonnie's asking to ask Devil Dog about property tax, please. About property taxes, please. Ask what about property taxes?
She wants to know if we have to pay property taxes. Is that a requirement? And
no,
then
it's not, because one of your rights is to own property, and they can't tax one of your rights.
Well, it's supposed to be
Just watch those 4 videos attached to that one video that I put into chat, and that'll explain a lot for you.
Well, it's supposed to be a consumer
there you
good,
go.
and consumer goods shouldn't have taxes on it every year.
Well, your house, your house is a sticky area, and you actually need to put that in a trust. And same with your property. And any bill that they submit to you under your name doesn't need to be paid because it has to be addressed to the trust.
DG, can you drop Catawanki's link? Please. Thank you. Chuck had asked the question and I guess it didn't get answered.
I don't
sorry,
know nothing
Chuck.
about Sacramento or scenario.
So, D-Dog, you say a trust. Now, what would be the difference between doing a trust and just starting an LLC and transferring everything into that LLC? That
Well,
does not.
LLC, you're letting the government get the grip on you. If you have it in a private trust, all they get to know is the names of the officials on it and that it's been notarized. They don't get to see anything that's written inside it.
Oh,
It's a private trust.
that's what Roger's doing.
Sounds good,
That's
Milo. I mean, but like my personal property, my truck, my camper when I get ready to move to Alaska, if I treat this channel as an LLC, Fat Man Prepper LLC, I go get my LLC registered and everything, and then transfer everything property wise into the name of the LLC. See, that's what I want to hear. Yeah, I see you shaking your head like a like a madman.
Well, if you want to do that, feel free, have a good time, screw yourself. It's a nice day. If you want to put your channel under a PMA, private member association, then the government's got no say on nothing you do.
Okay.
Like if you own a bar, not only can you serve alcohol from a different state, you can also sell cigarettes there from a different state. You can let people smoke in your bar if it's under a PMA instead of a LLC or S corp or Inc corp.
Yes, and I've been through that. I've owned the bar twice, and I've been through exactly what he said, and he is 1,000,000% correct.
PMA, what does that stand for?
Private member association.
That's right.
See, I'm not asking very many many questions right now because I haven't watched those videos. I'd rather watch the videos and then come back. So I got very little ask right now because you've already directed me one place. So before I can ask anything, I gotta research the one place first.
Yeah, and after you watch that video, because this video is far above what anyone's using right now.
And I'd like to
good
say
place to understand common law is a YouTuber, You Are Law. He's really good.
I'd like to say something to Ray real quick. Ray, you have been longing to speak to D-Dog for a long time.
I have.
And now you have your chance. And now
he shut me up.
And you're getting quiet.
Well, and here's why.
Ask your damn questions.
Here's why I'm getting quiet.
Here.
Here's why I'm getting quiet. Because he's already answered a question. And he's pointed me in a direction. In order for me to ask more intelligent questions, I have to go check out that direction first. That may actually resolve a lot of issues. And instead of, what's that saying? I'd rather sit here and look like an idiot than open my mouth and remove all doubt. So I'm going to actually watch the videos tonight. I mean, I'm off for the next 2 days, and it looks like I may not get to the courthouse until Friday anyway because this freaking printer don't want to work. So I've got a little extra time to gather my thoughts, learn something, and if I have questions in regards to what I've learned, then I'm going to ask.
I'm going to tell you, it's not often that we can get D Dog on. He's usually busy. He's usually tied up. So anything you need to ask, I would say do it now. This man is smart. This man has the answers. And if you need it, ask him and write the shit down if you can't remember.
Oh, I've got it written down on my. I always when I come to
Because
class, I have a
we don't
notepad
get to
open.
talk to him very often, man. You need to listen to me. Talk to him while you can. Now, I've got his personal number, but I don't call it because I know. Like he says, me and him, I call him or he calls me. It's 2 to 5 hours.
He knows.
What was the first thing that D Dog said when he came up here? First, you need to go to. So that's what I'm doing. I'm following direction. I'm going to first go to what he said.
Just make sure and listen to him and make sure and ask him the questions while you got him available. Because even if you have to write down a whole damn notebook, I do. I have a whole damn notebook of what he's told me.
I have a
Well, the
page.
first thing he told me is get into a
Dog.
court of public record, which that is my superior court. That is my court of public records.
Well,
The
a court of
civil
record is
court-
above your superior court. That'll get you in
Doesn't
front of
the
a
court
grand
of
jury.
record override every court?
Court
What's
of
that?
record is final.
Yes,
Supreme
that's
Court
what I
can't
thought.
even screw with that.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Nose picking. Did you have something to ask?
So, Ray, are you a defendant in this, or you start
I'm
a
the
claim
plaintiff.
on them?
I'm the plaintiff.
Okay.
No, here's the let me break down the situation. The very first owner, we had a homicide out here on the complex, and the city smelt gas. The police department smelt gas, so they called out the city. The city investigated, then they called Southwest Gas. Southwest Gas investigated. They found the leak. They shut off the gas, gave the old owner, told the old owner he needs to fix it before they turn the gas on. The old owner never fixed it for over 6 months, sold the place. The new ownership took over. They didn't know that the gas was turned off until a couple days after they owned it, and I notified them, hey, why is the gas still off? This is over a year ago, by the way. So we had 6 months with the old owner. Then I notified the new owner, and then I've been talking with the new owner for the past year, and they keep giving me bullshit excuses. I finally filed the complaint with the city. The city came out and inspected and writ them up for a whole load of violations. Told them that they need to repair because, and then I pulled up our tenant rights statutes here in Arizona. Just so I notified the city. The city came out to inspect 2 weeks ago. They sent a repair guy out. He did some minor repairs that for one day, and they haven't been back since. So according to the state statute, they're barred from threatening to evict or take action for possession for 6 months because I filed the complaint with the city. They're not supposed to come back after me because now you're considered to be retaliatory, and it's written that the trier of facts has to consider it as retaliatory. What they do this week, I get a 30-day notice that I need to vacate by May 31st. So that's where I'm at now. I haven't filed anything with the courts or anything. I'm trying to get paperwork printed for the courts.
Yeah. If you get with UR Law, for a small donation of, maybe a couple hundred, They'll have all your documents all ready for you, and they'll coach you through everything you need to do in court to get remedy in your favor.
Well, see, one thing I was thinking of doing to try to bring some attention, because I hate slumlords. I despise them. And I want to bring it up here, especially in Arizona, since this is my state right now that I live in. I want to expose it. So I'm thinking about contacting the local news to see if they'll be more than happy to run a story about what they're doing. Because me personally, I believe uh, at least in my state, I think all rental companies and those who rent out places should have to do like you have to do when you have a business. You have to contact the fire marshal to get a certificate of occupancy. You should have to get a certificate of fitness for premises that you rent out. It would end so much BS and keep these slumlords into check. Because renting a property is not a fucking right. That is a privilege. You have the right to own property. Your privilege is therefore renting it to somebody else. That's a privilege.
Can I apologize now? Because this ain't going to go well.
Okay.
Hey, Shane, look, another guy with a full beard.
Hello, everybody. I'm the landlord. Ha 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 ha.
Knee dog. You're not right, dude.
Bless.
I had to cut mine off. Mine was, I had a full beard, but it was so gnarly, nasty looking. It looked like I would stuck my face in Grizzly Adams' ass. So no, I cut it all off. Bonnie thanked me for it.
Don't worry, just give it a few more years and you'll grow some man hair and you'll be fine.
Oh, I can't even get hair on my ass, man. Come on.
I shaved my beard off at the beginning of summer, which is right about now here in Arizona, and then just let it grow for the rest of the year.
So, Nose Picking, you said that you're a landlord?
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. I was in 101s, prepping 101s on his panel, and I kind of dropped a bomb over there about my situation because, well, like I said, I'm a landlord. But because of this COVID stuff and nobody's been paying their rent, when people want things done. Well, I had tenants. They didn't pay a dime in rent. Now, how can I get or afford to get a new hot water tank? That's like $1,000 bill. And I ain't got the money to do it.
Oh, Pickin, don't get me wrong. I understand that there are great landlords out there. I've had a few great landlords, but there are a lot of slumlords.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of bad people out there, And I said on 101 that I had a tenant here that passed away. He was here for 24 years. And he had degenerative back disease. He had red cell aplasia, stuff he was going through. And it took a year for him to get disability. And then, he was almost at the point where he could get Social Security. And I did get a check for over $4,000 once he finally collected all that money that they kept withholding from him. I let him stay here for a year when I could afford it. But I had tenants in here that destroyed the place, never paid rent, and I ended up on public assistance. And during this pandemic, they foreclosed on my property back in May or June or whatever of 2021. So I called up public it's all county taxes, Broome County. I'm in New York. Broome County Public Assistance. I was getting $400 a month from them. Apparently that okay. Apparently that's all they could give me. But once I got the foreclosure on the property, I got an eviction notice myself. And then I tried to get help from public assistance, and their way of helping me was to cut me off financially. So I got no money whatsoever. I don't have any family to go to or any investments that I have. And they know this at the county. I got no money whatsoever. I'd be lucky if I had my phone and my internet service next month. But this is what, well, like I said, I wasn't here. I just jumped in. And if you're having problems, maybe you should consider the fact that the last 2020, 2021 is a bunch of idiots and wonky people out there that, it could be somebody that wants to help you, but they can't. I got no money. This is happening to a lot of people. Because
Yes.
I had the police up here. When they were trying to drill the locks out of my house, they didn't knock on my door. They just came and they were starting to break in, and I was like, yeah, call the cops. Cops come up here. They said this is happening a lot. So, well, I hate to say it, but that kind of made me feel a little bit better, knowing that other people are going through it. But it makes me feel bad also. There was a lot of good businesses here in Binghamton, New York. A lot of good property owners. And we're the ones getting screwed because the renters, they all got the money. They bought new TVs and, different cars, and they were having a good old time. We didn't get nothing. I didn't get nothing.
I didn't get nothing. I still paid my rent.
Yeah.
I may not have paid it on time all the time, but I paid the late fees. I didn't bitch. I made sure.
I would
if
love
I'm
to
gonna
have
stay,
you
I'm gonna
come
stay.
and live in my place, but I'm probably going to lose it, man.
However, if I complain to you about an issue and it's an ongoing issue, you do have a responsibility to make that issue correct. Now, they never even attempted. You know what? If they offered me $100 or even $50 off so that I could go get propane, it would offset my propane cost. I'd been happy with that and just let it be. But they didn't even do that.
So it's a heating issue.
No, it's
Yeah,
not a
heating
it's a
issues
cooking
can be
issue.
a problem because that's really expensive.
No, it's not a heating, it's a cooking issue. I can't have an electric
Oh.
stove because it's not wired. The wiring is so bad that if I have a hot plate, I cannot have even a what are those things? The toaster oven.
Toast.
I can't have a hot plate and a toaster oven together. It'll blow my fuses. It'll pop every fuse. So I use propane. I went out. I bought me a propane stove so that I can actually cook. Now I'm paying for the gas, which you're supposed to, by definition, in that lease, which is a contract between you and me. You assume that contract. You collected the rent. Now you need to live up to your bargain. If you can't live up
Yeah, I
to
would
your
have
bargain,
paid
either
for that.
offer me a discount. If you offer me a discount, I'll accept it. We move together.
No
and,
discount. I would have paid for that shit.
I wouldn't even ask for the full amount. I'd be like, you know what? You're making good by doing something. You may not be able to cover it all.
Dude,
That's
I'll
cool. I
bring you the
understand that.
propane tanks. I need you as a tenant if I save my house.
And
I
that's
appreciate y'all telling both ends of that because I can see where tenants are being evicted and then the property owners are losing their properties because of what you just said.
and
They're not-
there's these slime bags that are trying to profit. See, I'm stuck. This is a renovation deal. They bought the property at a low price because it's in a bad area. They bought it at rock bottom prices, so they can redo everything. Redecorate and rebuild it and put a little money into it, so they can charge 3 times the amount to the next renter. So instead of them getting forced to now comply with the law, they're trying just to push everybody out so that they don't have to worry about city violations. They can just say, hey, it's under construction. I only need these to get these permits from the city. I don't have to keep it as a fit premise.
I bought my house because I was tired of dealing with these property management, rent collector peoples, whatever, when it came up for sale. Biggest mistake in my life, but I didn't want to deal with them because I called them up and they told me, if you don't like it, move out. We got 100 people waiting to move into your place.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I complained, it was a bunch of bullshit. So I bought the house and I got rid of all the druggies and people in here. And it's been about 13 years, 14 years. I've had a lot of good people here. Like I said, my friend that passed away, he was here for 24 years. Oh, I've lived in my house for 50 years. My mom moved into an apartment so I could go to school over here, and my grandmother lived down the street. So I've been here my whole life, pretty much. And now I'm getting an eviction notice from the county. Yeah. And the county guy came over here. This was, I don't know, January 21st or something like that. And he told my one tenant, well, I'm the landlord now. It's like, yeah, that's who you're dealing with. There's a bunch of not nice people, whether they're county or they're property management or whatever. You don't have decent landlords out there. And in Binghamton, they're starting a union against the landlords. They got screwed, but whatever. I'm not going to rent my place out no more. I'm just going to do whatever I have to do to make this into a single family house if I can keep my house.
Well, when I
That's what I did. My place, it was 4 apartments, and I made it into a single family home. I turned the top apartment and the bottom apartment into a townhouse. The other one's like a mother-in-law house. My nephew lived there for a while. No, I quit renting it because I was tired of people tearing up my shit. And then I had to go in and clean it up and pay for it. And
they destroyed the stuff in my apartment, painted on the walls, and I'm still here feeling bad for, what is it, Ray? I can't see too good.
Right.
He sounds like a nice fella, and I'd probably give him a chance to come into my place. I'd say, yeah, let's talk. Let's walk around the block. Let's have a conversation. Maybe I can get him in there because I'm an older fella. My feet, my legs ain't so good no more. So I could use some help here. And that's what happened. But I didn't know the kids coming in were using drugs and didn't do a damn thing. I didn't know about this pandemic. This started right at the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020. So, the government had a program come out 15th of January, and I was trying to figure it out, because I thought, well, maybe I can get some help. So, Broome County Legal Aid, I sent them a letter. And I said, well, about the eviction and foreclosure. And I said, well, I could use some help with this new program out there. No help. You don't own a house, you don't get no help. How are you going to prove anything? And these people that come in here, they never paid any rent. It's not like they signed a lease or they got rent receipts or nothing. That's kind of how I got them out of there. Show me a rent receipt when you get out of freaking prison You come back and you want to get in my house. Show me a rent receipt. Show me where you paid utilities. No,
When I
cops
say that
didn't make
there's
them.
when I say that
Go
people
ahead, Ray.
renting places should have a certificate, I do believe that it needs to be done properly so that it rewards the positive landlords, so that they may only have to apply for it once every 4 or 5 years, as opposed to slumlords. If you're getting violation notices from the city all the fucking time, at a certain point, the city needs to say, okay, you need your property inspected before a new tenant takes over at any time. That's, there's got to be a fairer option than what's in place now for everybody. Because there's people like me, I just want a nice, quiet place. I'll pay my bills. You leave me alone, I leave you alone. Hey, if there's a problem, I'll even offer to fix it if I can.
See, that's the way it was with my place. It was a quiet place. Older people, if we got tired during the day, we wanted to come in and take a nap, we could, because the kids weren't blasting the music or whatever. And yeah, these kids that were in here as well. But with me, it was always on the honor system, month by month. I understand. I don't need no first month, last month, whatever deposit, more deposit. I don't need all that. I just need your word, and I need to know you're a good person. I let you in. And I thought these kids were pretty decent, but like I said, as soon as you start doing the drug stuff, yeah, it doesn't work out so good. He's lucky he left here in the condition that he did. But it was a month-to-month thing, and I never had no lease. And it would have been for you, but when you start moving in the girlfriend's got a kid. Oh, then there's a dog, the cat, and the friends on motorcycles, and the brothers and the sisters. It's like, what the, sorry, trying to keep it clean here for honey.
Right.
It's sad. We can't honor.
Let me interrupt here. You don't mind.
Thank you. But I'm just trying to. I'm pretty sure it's Ray, right? Ray? It's going to be Ray. I'm just trying to say to Ray that there are good people out there.
There are, and
not too many of them. They're few and far between, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, stay away from the rental companies, the property management, and all that crap because they don't care about you.
Well, there's some private owners, just are the same way. I've ran into a few because of my financial situation when I went through the divorce. I'm kind of screwed for a while, but I mean, there's
all the people that have lived here with me since I bought the place. Like I said, it's been more than 10 years, and it's been, what do you call it, SSDI or Social Security. You fill out a landlord form. I don't care about that. It's whatever your income is, as long as you can pay the rent. And even if you can't pay the rent, if you're doing, okay, here's a good one. In New York, if you make $1 of self-employment, you have to claim that as taxes. A lot of people don't know that. So you're trying to go out there and work on your own, and then you find out at the end of the year that the government is going to take 20 or 25% of what you made. When you're out there working for $2 or $3 an hour, they don't care. They're going to tax you. All the money you made, whatever you made, you're being taxed at. And so now you find yourself in that situation where,
thank you, dog.
Oh, OMG, I'm screwed. I understand. I'm not going to say nothing good about it. We'll figure something out. I'm getting older. Mow my lawn for me. I'll give you some extra money for that.
Nose picking and Ray. I think D Dog left some links for y'all in the private chat to help
Yeah.
y'all both with your issues.
Oh, I see, D Dog, and I appreciate it, brother. I really do. The reason I don't have I didn't have many questions, although I did have questions, and then you kind of shut me up by pointing me in a direction, and I'm going to watch that shit tonight. Guarantee that. I'll probably have questions afterwards,
Um,
but I do agree. There are some, and what it is the way we are as a society today. We're so worried about getting ours, getting ours, getting ours. We forgot that you can get yours and be a good person at the same time.
yes.
And that's what really pisses me off. Even when I look at my nephews today, uh, thankfully they're great young men. They pay their debts. They know that you have to you have to show respect in everything, and they do. They made mistakes. One got evicted a couple times, and he's paid off that debt. He made bad choices, and if you ask him, he'll tell you, yeah, I kind of screwed up. He learned from that, but a lot
Let
of these
me
people
bring
don't
this up.
learn.
Let me bring this up because of everything that's happened. And before I get into that, I like to say you sound like a very nice young man. You know,
Well, I'm not that
I
young,
might
but
I might have had an apartment for you, man. But because of what's happened, landlords out there, they're not going to trust what people say, and the bad people are ruining it for all the good people, which may be ill. How do I know? I
yeah.
just jumped in the chat a few minutes ago, started listening, and I didn't get into my full situation because I already did that on Prepping 101, which that was like a bombshell on the end of his chat.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing legal this and legal that about renting and whatever, and I'm thinking, oh, geez, here we go again.
Oh no, I when I comment about something, I try to see both points of view, and I try to point out positives of both. But here lately in Arizona, we have been having a very big problem with slumlords, those that want to buy property at the cheapest possible rate, rent it out for the highest amount that they can get out of you, and then turn around and resell it without putting any work into it for a higher amount later. That's what we're running into here, and in the United States in general. And
Yeah.
it's getting really bad. And a lot of the laws are more geared towards the companies and the landlords than they are um, your renters. And if you think about it, how do you grow a city? How do you grow your state? Well, first thing is people need to feel secure in their residence. If they don't feel
Well, you're
that
thinking too
security,
big to start with. You're talking city and state. There's nothing good in the city. There's nothing good in the state. Well, in the state, if you move out in the smaller towns, more towards the country, I understand because a lot of people need to be on the bus line for the city to get in to get their food or whatever. So, but I forget what they call this area that I live in. I'm just on the edge of the bus line. But the bus line allows all those people that are bad, all these new immigrants, well, they can get to you and rent your apartment. So you need to be just outside of the city in the country. Suburbs. I used to be in the suburbs. This was a nice place back in the 1970s. I mean, nice place. You didn't have to lock your doors or nothing. But when the 80s come around here, like forget it. It was like New York City is moving in because they come up from New York City to Binghamton, and here you go. Uh, Give me, I've been thinking, and I'm older, and I lose my train of thought, and blah, 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 blah. But if you're stuck in Arizona in a big city, move the hell out
Oh,
if you can. Yeah.
I plan to. You know, I'm probably going to be moving a little bit quicker, but I'm still. My whole big issue, and a lot of people know, or everybody should know by now, is to get out to my property that I'm still in the process of paying off in Alaska. I plan on getting the hell out of populated areas. Trust me on that.
It takes time, it takes money, it takes
And
support, family and friends, if you got them. Unfortunately, they're all pretty much dead for me when you get to be my age. I've
well,
outlived everybody, and I'm
yeah,
not that old.
family, I don't have. So I'm on my own, but it's all good. I mean, it's going to be definitely a learning experience. But I think I've got him. I'm pretty sure I've got him dead to nuts, and I'm keep talking to God. He says that everything's going to be okay. That's all I can say is I talk to God, and He says it's going to work out.
There you go.
Hey, my printer's starting to. Okay.
Shane, did you want to say something?
No,
So I
I'm
can,
good. Nope, I'm
okay.
good.
I
I'm
thought you
good.
kind of got cut off there.
I did, but it was okay. Like I said, I own these apartments here that I quit renting them out. I mean, I just when one would quit paying rent, I just get them out, and then I just quit renting them out because I got tired of my places being torn up, and I turned them into one complex. And there was four. And that's all there was. It was just four, two buildings. And I own half a block here because part of it's just a big hole with lots of trees and beautiful during the summer, in which it's all greening up. So, and I'm tired of people taking advantage of me, and I've got such a soft heart, I let them, and I'd let them work off some of it, they could mow or something, and I paid all the bills. And I was going to tell D Dog while he was here that if he wanted to come out and stay a week out here, he could stay in my mother-in-law apartment, which is a little one bedroom that I spent about 8 grand on. Nice little place. He could come out here and stay, and I pay all the damn bills if he wanted to come out. It's got Wi-Fi. It's got everything you need. If D Dog wanted to come out and stay for a week and hang out with me, I wouldn't say a damn word because I pay the bills anyway. It's got heating, cooling, you name it. It's got it, everything. It's got it all. It's got everything you ever wanted. So yeah, no, but I'm not going to. I will not rent them again. Will not. Now turn the two I'm in on the south side. I turned them into a townhouse. The upstairs has two bedrooms, a bathroom, and a sitting room. And downstairs, where in the front was a bedroom, and then the big front window I took out, put in a door, and made it my front door instead of over on the side, and turned that front bedroom into the kitchen instead of being in the back of the place, and turned the back of the place into laundry room, bathroom, and two different rooms, and then there's a stairwell that goes upstairs. And I'm just tired of renting out and people taking advantage of me. So I just got done. I was like, nope, I'm done. I am done. I will not do it again. I did that for 8 or 10 years, and I was sick of having to go in and man, that would cost me a lot of money to replenish all that crap, replace it all. So I was just done. I was won't do it again.
And
So
see,
then, go ahead, go ahead, man.
but that's what's been lost is the honor and morals, and when things used to be done on a handshake.
Yes,
Honor and respect.
Yes, and somehow, some way that we have got to get that back.
We really really
Teaching
do.
our youth, teaching, even if you don't have any kids or grandkids to teach, volunteer to go to. I know big cities have YMCA's, or they used to. Is that still a thing? there, there used to be a Big Brother program. Um, I was a Girl Scout leader for 15 years. There, I think they still have the Boy Scouts. Haven't seen them here. Well, when I quit the Girl Scouts, no more Girl Scouts here either. It's it's just um, even in the big cities, there's a way for you to teach the kids those things, because how many of them are being raised by single parent? So that parent's having to work all the time, and those kids are not getting that teaching because they're darn sure not going to teach it in school.
Milo, I would love to find a cheap RV. That I've been looking. Trust me, brother. But uh,
Can
this
I?
is I want Milo. Can I share what I'm going to share? Okay, fuck it. So Milo here, me and Milo met up one time and one time only, and he's a cool dude. I kind of like him, but he's going through a divorce. His ex, or soon to be ex, took his dog, took the car. Milo got a little bit depressed. He needed an ESA. He found an ESA at the pound. He goes, "Hey, I found the perfect dog for me. I can get there, but through public transportation, but I'm not going to be able to afford getting back. Would you mind giving me a ride?" "Nah, I don't mind. I ain't got nothing better to do. What the hell?" So I gave him. I went. We met up. I met him over there at the pound, and he got his dog, and I took him back to his place, and we sat down. We had beers, and we relaxed. He gave me 20, for gas. I went and bought us McDonald's with that 20. We went back. We had, ate. I just had to get food in my belly because I had too much beer. So
Right.
I needed to get some food in my belly before I decided to drive again. So I ate, just my burger and my fries, and all right, bro. We went live that night. Bonnie, I think you showed up. I'm not sure. I don't remember much of that night.
It's possible.
But that's just. And if you
Excuse
hear me
me.
when I do lives, at the very end of my life, the first thing I'm going to tell you is, and I will tell everybody anytime I have the opportunity, tell somebody that you love them, that you care about them. They may be suffering from severe depression. And if you don't know, severe depression is a leading cause of suicide. So you may actually save somebody's life by just simply being nice and saying, "Hey, you matter. I care about you. I love
Yes.
you."
Yes.
And people don't get that. And it really irritates me. I'm sorry.
no, you're spot on. Trust
Yes.
me, you're spot on.
I mean, quit being so damn selfish about yourself and what you can get. Look, when we're brought into this world, we have nothing. When we leave, we have what we brought in, nothing.
Yeah. That's true. And that's great that y'all got to meet up. So y'all live close by to
Yeah,
each other.
we live here in the Valley of Phoenix. He's towards Mesa. I'm in the middle of Phoenix.
Oh, and then nose picking is in Arizona also.
Oh, are you?
I'm in New York.
Oh, I thought you were in Arizona. Okay, sorry about that. That's right. New York, Birmingham, something. Okay,
Binghamton.
that's it.
Binghamton. Okay.
My memory sucks. Um,
Wow, Bonnie, you're so
I know.
spot on. You're so in.
Hey, I got the B right. Oh,
Bonnie,
wow.
you're gonna have to let them talk because boy, you're wrong about all of it. I love you, girl, but I'm sorry. I do.
I'm just trying to get people together here.
Yeah,
I thought that they
yeah,
were close.
you're doing a peachy job.
Well,
I put a link in private chat for Ray. I think I need to explain that
Uh-oh.
because this fella that I put link in there, he was known as a homeless millionaire, and this was many many years ago. And he had this awesome RV. But I think he got rid of it and he's got a house now. But after the homeless millionaire, he was known as Grumpy and Sunshine. His name is John. But that's his new channel that I put in the private chat. And he's out there in, I want to say, Bull's Head. I think it's Arizona. If I,
Bullhead, Arizona. It's right next to Laughlin, Nevada. Yes, I
I
know it
don't
is.
know. I'm in New York.
Yeah, no, it's in
But
Bullhead,
I'm
Arizona.
in
I know what
Texas,
you're
so I
talking
don't know
about.
nothing.
I
the
know,
guy is
I know exactly what
awesome
you're talking about.
as far as financial stuff, and he's willing to talk to people. But yeah, because you can see the new uh, n- name he's using. Yeah, he kind of has to deal with that. He's very smart, and he's not a savant or nothing, but that's kind of why he chose the new name. But
He's
he's like, I want to say he's pushing 60. He's up there with the rest of us.
yeah, he's in Bullhead, Arizona, which is right across the Colorado River from Laughlin, Nevada. I know exactly who you're talking about. Very, very good gentleman. A very good
Oh,
gentleman.
thank you. I'm glad you know him. He's pretty cool, man. You notice the name
I know
there?
of him.
You see the name there? I'm a picker. I'm a reseller. Nose picking.
Uh,
That's kind
Oh,
of
I
what
know
he
what it
did.
stands for. I know what it stands for. Trust me, we're pickers too. Out here in Oklahoma,
As
you do a little bit of everything, or you'll starve to death.
far as
So yeah,
I know, he was just a. I think he just sold flags or something back in the day.
yeah, he did. No, I know who you're talking about, and I know where he's
Let's
at.
see.
He's a very
He
good
was
gentleman.
with the bearded picker, and I can't think of the fireman's name that was on there. I've seen him long, 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 long time. I should run a little message and tell him to go back to playing the slot machines on his channel because he used to do that. Oh, I
Let me
got
tell
it.
you, he could drive across the river. I mean, right across the bridge. And yeah, he's in Laughlin, Nevada, which is a casino. There's 13 or 14 casinos right down the river right there, right across the river bridge. And it is, that's my favorite place to go. I'd rather go there than to Vegas. I've heard stories about Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. But I love Laughlin because it's an older community It's older people, and now don't get me wrong, there's young people that show up there, but they're just all so relaxed and just you're not treated like a piece of dirt. And you go to Las Vegas, and everybody thinks they're somebody, and they treat you like crap. My ex-wife, she went out there 5 or 6 times to Vegas. She even got sick of it. But when we started going to Laughlin, we went 44 months in a row. Now listen to that: 44 months in a row. We was out there. Now, granted, we got free flights, we got free rooms because we had been there so many times. But I'm going to tell you, we loved it out there. The people knew us by name. We knew them by name. And it was just I mean, it was like a family. They sure liked taking our money, and we apparently didn't mind giving it to them. But there was only 2 times I come back from Laughlin, Nevada, broker that I went out. One was $600 down, and one was $800 down. Most of the time, I always come back with more money than I took, and that's how we kept going. We just turned that money over in the next month, and that's what we'd take. Laughlin is, they've got beautiful people there, beautiful scenery. It's on the Colorado River. It is just a beautiful little place sitting there in a restaurant overlooking the river while you're sitting there eating. It's just beautiful. And I want to tell you, I had a lot of fun. And I took my brother out there one time. He wasn't that impressed. But it was a little different, with me and him.
Yeah.
But he had a good time. Don't get me wrong. It only cost him like $3,700, so he was okay with that. But no, it was a good time.
But see,
And
there's so many that I see in all the channels, so many people in the chats, and they're like, and some are willing to relocate, and it just seems like there should be some way for people to meet up and start something. not just in any way,
I
like
feel what you're saying.
if you're getting travel trailers and someone has a piece of property that can accommodate those travel trailers, you've got a little community started, and everybody pitch in on the gardens and the chickens and the what have you, so that because we're getting to that point where we're gonna have to start doing more to sustain ourselves personally and not depend on groceries and government and all of that. It's even, I see.
You have to have property that's agricultural and residential together.
Right.
So you can farm and you can live there.
Right. You would want to get it out of the city limits. And that's outside the city that's closest to me, the big city. They're starting to build little communities like that with tiny homes for the homeless. And they'll go move out there, and they find them some little job that they work, because a lot of them are disabled because they haven't eaten right and who knows how long. But if they can't do that, then they just work on the property. If they can do some landscaping, just keep the leaves raked up, just whatever they're able to do to sustain that community and make it look nice, they move them in there. And
need to apologize to Ray. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent.
Oh no,
If you
you're
have
good.
if you have questions or something you would like to say, we're here to listen.
No, I'm listening. I'm learning. I'm talking when I need to talk. It is what it is. You know, Milo says God bless me. No, God didn't bless me. He cursed me. I mean, some of my ideas are are weird and strange, and I'm twisted to a point. But people just I don't know.
I got a friend
What's
that
wrong?
says I'm going to hell, and I tell him I'm trying to get the heck out of it.
Well, somebody said I was going to hell. I said, you know what? If I'm going to hell, then I'm going to ask God that I take all your personal baggage and everybody else's personal baggage with me.
I'm sorry, but I think that only God can make that judgment. Don't let nobody tell you that.
Oh no, I asked
Oh,
God. I
he's
told
been
God.
my friend since 1987, so he can say whatever the heck he wants to. He's
Who's that?
Catholic, and I'm Anglican. Anglican is half Christian, half Catholic, you know,
Hey,
so.
guess what, guys? Sorry to cut you off. Guess what? The printer's working finally.
Yay.
Okay. Well, let me cut you all off. Milo, for Shane Phelps, casino in Laughlin, favorite casino in Laughlin. That's Harris, because they're the ones that fly me out there for free. I
You a
can
big
call them
spender.
right
You're a
now and they'll
whale.
shoot. Yeah, I can jump on a plane and 50 or 40 miles away, and I'll be out in 2 hours, out in
You
38
gotta
minutes.
have money to do that shit.
No, you don't
So
even have to have money. As long as
no,
they think you're spending a lot, if you win and turn around and give it back to them, you're going to get titled as a whale, and they'll do shit like that.
oh no. Here's the thing. First time it cost me a little bit of money. Second time it cost me a lot less money. Third time was free, and I've been out there ever since for free. And now I become good friends with the guy that sets up the picking people up, in Liberal, Kansas or Garden City. Me and him, I've got him on my personal phone number. I mean, I can dial him up and say, hey. And he says, if you have to get a special ride out here, I'll cover your flight. I'll give you the money back and you can have a room. They treat me like gold out there.
Yeah.
Well, when you go 44 months in a row, I'm going to tell you, they treat you very nice, and they are friends of mine. So, Milo, for your question, it is Harris is the one that's always treated me nice. The Laughlin, which owns Laughlin, and he owns a damn airport, which is Don Laughlin. I'm, I don't, I don't stay at his place. The Riverside is his because it's a dirty, nasty. It smells like piss. No, I can't be in there. He's got a damn nice uh, car show. It's not a show, but it's they display cars, and I love old cars. Got some myself, so yes, it's very nice. But it just smells like piss to me. I won't stay there. The ceilings are real low, and it's real smoke stained. You know, um, and I'm a smoker, but man, it just stinks. And I just want I can't stand going in there. But no, I always get shipped out there by Harris, which is owned by Las Vegas, basically. And I can go to Vegas for free too. But I just don't go to Vegas because I just have no urge to. And I get it all for free.
Ray, you're trying to get to Alaska?
Eventually.
Oh, really? Which
Yeah.
part?
I own 10 acres. Oh, well, I'm still paying off, but I do. I own it. I have 10 acres of unadulterated land up there. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going. Everybody talks about bug out locations and homesteading. No, it's something I've already started. I'm doing. And
That's awesome.
that's what my YouTube is about. Prepping and uh, just showing that aspect of getting out of the city and the urban nastiness and getting
Yeah.
back out there with nature and being a man or a woman.
Well, let me ask you this: getting out there with nature, but why do you have to go to a frozen nature? I mean, you're in Canada. I mean, Alaska is same damn place as Canada, and that's one cold ass place.
It can,
What the hell
yes.
is wrong with you?
Now,
What the hell is wrong
here's
with you? You know they get about 14 foot of snow a year. What the hell is wrong with you? Are you silly?
The property was probably
Why don't you
cheap.
go to? Why don't you go to? I don't. Shit, that's
My
just
cousin
bullshit.
loves it in Alaska.
okay.
I know, and I hear
He's
that from a lot of people, and I'm thinking, why in the hell does anybody want to go up there? I hate cold. I hate being cold.
she's like,
And why in the
think
hell does people go there?
Fairbanks is the closest town to her, maybe.
I'm in between Fairbanks, Alaska. My property is between Fairbanks, Alaska, and Manly Hot Springs, Alaska.
Oh, okay.
There's a lake, a large lake, which is called Dead Man Lake out there, which I am less than a quarter mile from. And you also have the Tanana River. Now, to explain my decision making process, very few counties are left in the lower 48 which have absolutely zero building regulations. You don't have to go get permits. There's very few of
Yes.
those.
Yes.
Come
Now,
to
those
Oklahoma. Damn, boy. Why
hold
in the
on.
hell go to Alaska? That's just
I'm
freaking
getting
stupid.
there. Slow down. Slow down.
Okay, I'm
Second,
sorry. I apologize.
of those counties, the properties that I seen, they did not have an abundance of lumber. Really didn't have an abundance of trees, and for acre
Ooh.
acre price, I don't know any place in the lower 48 where I can get 10 acres, no zoning requirements, no permit requirement, nothing like that, for less than what I'm paying in Alaska. I'm paying 18 grand for 10 acres.
That's awesome.
That's too much. That's too much. Come to come to Oklahoma. You pay
But
$500
thing,
a freaking acre. Period.
he
But
said
I
trees
know it's no man's land and no one wants to live
and
here.
agriculture.
Do what?
I mean, and the final kicker was
You
the
can grow
fact
any damn thing you want out here.
Mm,
I'm not happy unless I challenge myself. And what bigger challenge is there than to make it in Alaska?
Hey,
That is the
Cindy.
ultimate challenge.
True.
You can be friends with the Alaska prepper. Rudy's up there.
Yeah, Rudy, Frontier Preppers, Sean in
Down in
Alaska.
Alaska. There you go.
There's quite a
Sean,
few.
yeah.
And matter of fact, as soon as I get out to Alaska, me and Frontier Preppers, Billy and Dee, are going to have a cup of coffee. There's also Barefoot in Alaska. We're gonna meet.
Yep.
Sean in Alaska. We're gonna meet.
That's good.
I'm kind of like Shane, though. I'm older. I'm thinking that's a lot of freaking money.
See, and that's not where I live. That's really cheap.
Technically it is.
Used to be able to get an acre of land for $200. What happened to that?
Don't know. But I just saw where the where did I see that? It was 100,000 an acre in Texas, and I know it's around me, and that is bare land.
Also, one of the other things I had to take into consideration is my credit is so screwed up right now due to that divorce. No bank would touch me to even put a napkin at McDonald's on layaway. Okay. So I have to go directly with the owner. It's land contract. There is no
Yes.
bank involved.
Oh,
That
that's good,
also
man.
puts
That's
temper
good.
things.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's probably the best thing that's ever happened to you in your life. You just don't realize it.
Oh, I know it is.
It's
And I
I
do
the best
second
realize
thing
it.
that.
that ever happened to you. Do not use credit. If you ain't got cash and you can't do it, don't do it because they are going to bend you over and hose you for the next 8, 10, 12 years, whatever your contract may be. Do not freaking do it if you don't have to. Do
It's a
not.
See, with this property, it's a 4-year contract, land contract. I'm already 2 years in. I'm already halfway through it. Uh, my
Yes.
idea was to go the last year nomadic here in the 48 so I can meet a few people and just get it paid off a little bit quicker and then head up there.
I'm going to tell
My
you,
credit got screwed. I filed for bankruptcy. Me and my wife, we filed for bankruptcy. We got it granted. We went hog wild. She left me. I got stuck with a lot of bills. And basically, the only way I see out now is just I got another couple of years. I have to wait. I got to do that whole process all over so that, and I will never in my life ever again buy anything on credit. If I ain't got the cash, I don't need it.
I've done that for 15 years, and then I got out of it because my ex-wife decided she wanted me to have good credit. And we had a lot of nice vehicles, don't get me wrong. And then now, the last 5 years, no, I went back to it. And the place I'm in right now, I bought a whole set of a damn apartments on an owner finance deal, and it's paid off now. I just got it paid off a year and a half ago. My truck's I'm damn near paid off, and that's all I owe. It's just my truck payment, and then my monthly bills. But other than that, I'm like,
Okay, I got
I want,
questions for Ray.
I don't want none. I want to tell you, credit and banks are nothing but crooks. They're lying crooks. I hate banks. The only reason I put money in my bank is so I can pay bills online that I can't pay at the kiosk or, in person because it's out of town. That's the only reason I put money in my account, or I send money to, uh, you know, help people. I send lots of money to help people. I always send money to help people every day. I send lots of money to help people, and that's the only reason I put money in my account. Other than that, I will not. I don't even like banks. I hate freaking banks. They're crooked.
Okay, Ray, what kind of land? Tell us about the land.
You know what? Let me do this. Give me just a moment, and if Bonnie doesn't mind, I can
Oh, sure.
share an image of it on Google Maps.
Do y'all
I'm
see
wondering. I'm
a
wondering if it's agricultural, residential. Is it in a flood zone, away from a flood zone, 100-year flood zone?
It is. Give me a second here.
Shane? Do you see Cindy's 537,000 assessed
Yeah,
for
I
tax,
see that. That is.
quarter
Yeah.
of an acre.
Oh my God! Come, you people need to move to Oklahoma. What the hell are you all doing?
Hey, we
You
got
get
better prices here than that too.
I would never tell anybody to move to New York, but
ranch.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
Cindy, you need to move.
Okay, I'm gonna switch over here to Google Map, and there's
Like I've
Alaska.
seen this picture.
Yeah, there's the star. That's where the first 5 acres is. Now, as I said, it's smack dab in Alaska. I was not
Oh,
kidding.
Santa's your neighbor.
It's interior.
North Pole, Alaska is actually south of Fairbanks.
Yes, my cousin
not
lives in
far
North
from there.
Pole. She's
So,
moving out of North Pole, but that's where she's at, North Pole.
You're right next door to China. Yeah, that sounds like a good place to move.
Yeah.
You're the
So
first
over
one's going to
here-
get invaded.
that I'm
Oh
circling.
crap! Now I'm thinking Harp ain't far from that location.
This is Fairbanks, Alaska. You can see my mouse circling.
Yep.
Here is Manly Hot Springs.
Okay.
And I know people have heard of Tanana, Alaska, which is right here. Here's the Tanana River. And you see that little blue dot down there, right there? That's Dead Man Lake. So it's kind of on a mountainous area. And again, those are the 4 corners of the first 5 acres. The other 5 acres is over here. I don't have the exact coordinates for those yet.
And you've been there.
Unfortunately, no. This is a situation where there's no way I was going to be able to travel over 3,000 miles to review it.
Right.
So you're going to go to the most rugged country and the most frozen country in the world, and you haven't even been there yet, and you're going to buy the damn thing?
No,
It's
you either
fall.
make it or break it. Now, you say it's wrong, Shane, but think about this. Our ancestors, those who came over to America, never saw the land before, and they survived. They made it. They made it happen.
Yes, they did.
They did. Am going
I'll
to
give them that.
Relive it.
I'll give them that. But here's the thing. They didn't go to fucking Alaska. Excuse my French. They did not go to the frozen tundra to make a living.
I'm surprised that somebody from New York City doesn't own that property already.
Yeah.
Well,
The original
there's probably
property
2 or
that I was
3
going to get.
owners. There's probably 2 or 3 owners, just no one knows about it because it's too damn cold up there and no one knows until it's summertime. Then everybody's living together, which is okay. That makes a society.
Hey Ray, you like snow?
I'm from the Midwest originally, so I don't mind it.
The Midwest. Where are you talking Midwest?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska. Holy cow. Yeah, they get some snow there in Omaha.
So here's
Yeah,
North
Lincoln.
Pole, Alaska, right down here. And there's Fairbanks. But this is North Pole, Alaska, right here.
Yeah. And the population's so big. Yeah. Isn't that
Hi,
great?
Santa. I think I seen him down there.
There's actually Santa's house somewhere in
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Oh, look, he's zooming in on Santa's house.
My
All right.
Yeah,
cousin.
and I'm sure the elves and everybody still packaging shit for this year, but
It's Christmas
It's just-
year round in North Pole.
boy, I'm going to tell you,
It doesn't
you're-
change.
yeah, you're living right in the middle of never frozen land. What you're doing, I ain't going. I will not go. I don't even like being in Oklahoma. I want to be getting down in South Texas. I was 43 degrees one day. Somebody's going, I'm 81. I'm thinking, oh, I got to get the hell out of here. I've been here my whole damn life. I don't even like this weather up here because we go.
Okay, question for Ray.
110 we go from
All right, ask
110
away.
to-
I'm an open
Hi,
book.
cheap girl.
Is
Good to see you.
Is the person that you were buying from a decent person?
Very reputable. I checked him out first. He's a very nice guy. Matter of fact, he one of the properties that he was selling. Now, let me see if I can zoom in and try to explain this.
Uh-oh, I lost Shane.
Shane, damn it. Okay,
His internet's been doing that.
believe
Well,
it or
you
not,
said it was leased to own. I was
it's not
hoping
leased to
that it
own.
was a good.
It's not lease to own. It's land contract. There's a difference. Lease means I'm renting it, and some of that rent money is going towards the principal balance. All my money is going to the principal. I'm paying very little interest on it. I own it outright. My name is on the deed. Now,
That sounds good.
there, believe it or not, there is actually a road in here in this. It's basically a logging road. Uh, so it's not the best roads in the world, but there's a road that goes right here, right along
Oh,
here.
just give it a couple of years. It'll have blacktop on it.
Now the second property that he offered me is
See, I
actually
think it's
across the
special.
road over in this area here, and over here is state land. So the second property technically is across the street, butting up against state land. And we started talking one day, and he's like, "There's another guy that owns the property right here, the second part of my 5 acres, or second part of my 10 acres." He goes, "I can talk to him to see if he would want to trade, the locations." I said, "Please do, because the other property is slightly bigger, and most people that buy remote property in Alaska want it for hunting, and they want property that is butted up on state land because it's much easier for them to go hunting." And the
My
guy
mom
agreed.
bought property years and years ago. It was 10 acres out on a dirt road. But as time goes by, more people buy property, and then they want electricity and cable TV and all this and that, and
Right.
eventually the road becomes a decent road. So you only got a couple years ago, trust me.
Well, the one thing I'm still waiting on, and the only reason I'm not out there now is because my job. Yes, I work from home, but I need to have internet. And Elon Musk's Starlink, or whatever the hell it's called, is about the only thing that's a viable option right now in that area, and it's still got another year before it's actually deployed for that area. So that's one of the delays right now.
Yeah, I looked into that. I see that Starlink's a really good hookup for you.
But we'll go ahead and close that out. But any more questions?
Oh, we lost Shane.
Yeah.
He's
Other
coming
than
back.
the fact that I'm crazy.
His internet dropped him.
I got to do it. I just have
If
to.
that's what you want to do and that's your desire, go for it. I mean, we all
What
have
do
to
you
find
do that you're able to work at home?
Oh, I might get a lot of booze for this.
that.
I am a state government employee.
Oh, wow.
Boo! Boo!
I work for the Department of Economic and Rehabilitative Services, which means
In
unemployment.
English?
Unemployment.
Oh,
Well, that's okay. You're gonna be the unemployment guy for Alaska up there. That's cool.
No, I'm see the thing is with my job, I'm not going to lose my job because at 5 years I become vetted in my retirement.
right.
So I've only been with the state 3 years now. So I still got another 2 years. I cannot lose. I don't want to lose it because then I'm not getting a monthly check. I'll get one big check for what I paid in. That's it. So I plan on being with the state for a while, and I cannot give up my state residency. I can work out of state, but I have to come back to the state once every 9.5 months and spend 2 weeks in the
Oh, well,
state.
that's not bad.
That is our
Yeah, that
policy,
sucks.
which also means
Hey,
that
Mama
I will
T.
not qualify for the Alaska Dividend Fund.
That
Right.
sucks.
And that's my cousin was saying something about that. 20 years. The before you're there for 20 years, you're a. Oh, and then they changed the name of you to something else after 20 years. But you never be a native or a. It has something to do with that. Like you're a newbie and then you become a lifer.
I don't know. I mean, you have to live. I do know you have to live in the state and claim residency in the state of Alaska for 1 year before you can claim the Alaska Dividend Fund.
Okay. I don't know. But hope that there's a new governor.
Government sucks.
Kowalski, whatever her name is not good.
Yes, the
Um,
government sucks. I will give you that. I worked also at with the food stamp, the SNAP program. I was the interviewer that approved or denied food stamps, and I got nicknamed the guy who wanted to approve everybody.
Mikowski, that's it.
I
So
thought it was Sarah Palin. She can see her house from there.
no, Sarah Palin they want back, but right
I
now
will
it's
shoot on
about
site. I'm just saying, I would shoot her on site.
um. So you, Sarah Palin, you would
Yeah,
okay.
I do not like
Well,
that
anyway,
lady.
So now I need to
well,
rent an acre of land from Ray. Hey Ray, you got a channel you can put in private chat so I can follow your ass?
I do,
I
but
put it
I'm
in the
not
chat.
okay.
I'm sorry. Um,
Uh, I've always told people it's 10 acres. There's more than enough room for me and a couple others. Anytime when I get ready to go, if anybody's ready to move out, the more the better.
The
so
farther I am from New York, the better. I don't care where I am. Put me in China or Russia, I don't care. New York
are,
is the bottom of the barrel.
Ray, are you closer to Anchorage
No,
up that way?
no,
No.
no, no, no. Fairbanks.
So, well, I'm trying to think of a medical facility because I don't think Fairbanks has a hospital, or does it?
No, they do have a hospital. Fairbanks is more military.
Yes.
Anchorage is actually the biggest city in the state of Alaska, and it is on the southernmost of Alaska.
Mm,
Fairbanks is towards the middle.
right.
Do I like beer? Of course I like beer.
Yeah.
That's a stupid question, Milo. You
Nope.
know that.
Can't stand it. Can't stand beer. Nope, not a bit. Can't drink it.
What's that song? Titties and beer?
Yeah, that's it. What's the old saying? We got tits or tires, it'll give you problems. Yep. And I like beer.
One of the things that there's a song out there, and I forgot who sung it, but America really needs a front porch for people just to start to reconnect with each other.
Yes. Absolutely.
But And I understand, Shane, that my moving to Alaska is not everybody's cup of tea.
No, it's one of those deals, man. If you like the cold weather, get your ass on up there. But I
It's
am
not
not.
that I like the cold weather, but I will put up. There's a lot I will put up with for the absolute beauty of Alaska during the
Well, and you know
spring.
what? During the spring and the summer, that is probably one of the most beautiful states in the country. And you're right, and I'll give you that. But in the
So
winter, the frozen tundra and 14 foot of snow is not my cup of tea. The summer
I
is.
can do 40 below. That's, but you know
just
what? It's different
For
because my
some
cousin,
reason, right now, I got that TV show that was called Men and Trees going through my head. It was based in Alaska.
Ray, my cousin, she sent me a picture and there was snow on the ground and the kids were in shorts and sleeveless dresses running around in the yard.
yeah,
And
because
I
they're used to
said
it.
that I told my cousin, I said, "What the heck? It's snowing. Why are they in summer clothes?" And she said, "For us, it's summer." And she said that's the way it felt. When she
And why
comes to
don't they see the polar bear?
nose picking, quit interrupting.
Sorry.
When she comes to Texas, she about dies from heat stroke because she like 45 degrees to them is like 85, 90 here.
Yeah, exactly.
So
You get used to it after a while.
yes, you do. And it is easier to adjust from heat to cold than it is from cold to heat.
I'm going to tell you, you can step in front of an air conditioner for 5 seconds, 5, 10, maybe even a minute, and you'll be cooled off. You get cold, you can stand in front of a heater for 20 damn minutes and not be warmed up. No, so I no, I'd much rather have some heat. Now I say that, and this summer may predict me different, but so far, you can cool off a whole lot easier than you can warm up, and that's a fact that I went through for the last 20 years.
You would be surprised how many preppers think that they have to have steel toes. Steel toe shoes, once they get cold, they do not get warm.
Hmm.
I know
Tell me
there's
about
new
that.
shoes out there that have some sort of hard plastic, whatever. That's great. But my point of this is, don't get
Insulated,
steel toes if you're moving to Alaska.
right?
Oh, I don't plan
Insulated
on that.
boots.
I dealt with steel toe shoes up in Clearfield, Utah. And now, if you don't know about Clearfield, Utah, it is a high desert. They get their water supply from the winter snow. That's how it's very dry out
Right.
there. They get their water from winter snow. That's how
When it
this
melts.
works. And that's a lot of snow and a lot of cold. And yeah, steel toed boots do not warm up very easily.
I've had a pair of leather boots for like 10 years. My doctor says, "Oh, what a nice pair of boots you have." And she didn't realize how old they were. And I just take care of them. And I bought another pair of them. The first pair I bought was like 25 bucks from Walmart. The second pair I bought was closer to 50. I don't remember what you call them, but no steel toes. Yeah, they got a couple of holes in them for breathing. You step in water. Well, they're not so great. Here's a simple solution for you. Before you put your boots on, put your foot inside of a bread bag and have a rubber band at the top of the bread bag so the snow doesn't get down in, your bread bag. And put your boot on. Your boot's going to be waterproof. The boot may not be because boot will get wet, but your foot will be dry. You know. I don't know. If I'm talking too much, I apologize. I got a couple of shots behind me here. I was just pissed off earlier when I went into prepping 101's chat because he was talking about, I don't know. Give me a second. Let me bring this up. Let me bring this. Prepping 101. And
T-Girl, let me give you some advice with Von Erich. He gets very passionate when he speaks. He'll show back up. He'll be okay. If you guys got into it, got into a fallout or whatever, an argument, trust me, Von Erich is a good guy. He gets overwhelmed sometimes, though.
We had him. We're worried about him because we were talking about. He started talking about the dinosaurs, and we started talking about bugs, spiders, and snakes, and he got pretty freaked out. Bless his heart.
I do that with Vaughn just for giggles for me.
Well, that's
just tell him that you're.
We were getting a little carried away.
Just tell Von Erich that you're going to invite him over for dinner and have iguana tacos.
What?
I have his email. I'll contact him and make sure that he's all right and apologize for scaring him to pieces.
Von Erich
he was laughing, and so I thought, well, he's just taking this jokingly too. And
yeah, he does.
We were on panel doing it. Chat was doing it. Everybody was.
Oh, you guys are not the first ones, let me tell you.
Okay. Oh, Prepping 101 was talking about what battles y'all fighting. That was the title of his stream. And then it got into taxes. And then I come over here at about legal problems and land issues. No, look, my flower is kind of poofing out.
Maybe he's on spring break. Wow,
there I am.
Late. Well, I guess they would. Our spring break is in March.
Just a shout out, Milo, to answer your email. Yeah, we have no problems, bro. We'll get something done. Yeah, see, I can't deal with this 125-degree bullshit out here in Arizona. No.
Yes.
I'm fat, okay? Fat people do not belong in hot weather.
Nobody belongs in Arizona. It is very hot.
I still don't have your channel, Ray.
Man in a Can is the name of the channel.
Oh.
Okay, give me a second.
That's right. You changed the name.
No, I didn't change it. I had that from years ago when I was first going to start doing YouTube.
Okay.
And I want to change it to Fat Man Prepper, but
there's already one out there.
That's okay. There's no fat man better than me. I'm the best. Yes, I'm a little conceited. Just a little conceited.
Well, you're in good company then.
Surprisingly, there's a lot of man in the can channels out there. Holy cow. Give me a hint there, buddy.
Oh, here, give me a second.
Can Man.
No, not Can Man. Can, C-A-N.
Corrado Can Man.
I'll let y'all do that.
Man in Can Armory. Man in a Can. Alternative psychedelic indie progressive rock.
I
I'm
think he's
guessing
going
this.
to put the link in
You
private.
know what? I'm sorry. It's Man and a Can. Yeah, Man and a Can. Should pull up Common Ground Saturday. And if you
Hey
scroll
After
guys,
down,
y'all
you'll
get
see
that
Fat Man
straight,
Pepper.
I'm going to go ahead
I
and
like.
close that.
Yeah, I'm going to step down. I got something I need to take care of. So, guys, I've had a blast. I think it's been a great conversation. Uh, but I'm going to step down. I'm getting off of here. Bonnie, I will call you tomorrow. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, probably
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. I don't know. I
Tomorrow.
might call you later tonight. Who knows?
Shane will call you tomorrow. It's
Now,
just a
it may
day.
be later this evening. Hell, who knows? But we'll see. But I've got something I've got to take care of, but man, it's been a great conversation, guys. Thank you. Uh, Nose picking. It's been a pleasure visiting with you. It's been a pleasure visiting with Ray.
Have a
Bonnie,
good night. I hope it works out for you.
Bonnie, you
Shane,
know
I
it's
always
a
love when you're on
pleasure
panels.
visiting with you. So
Thank you for being up here, Shane.
anyway, all right. And
So,
Bonnie, what's that say? And Bonnie, what? And Bonnie has 50 wet noodles, just as Shane. Okay. Anyway, love y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna have to step off here
This
for a
ass.
while. I've got a few things going on, so let me. We'll talk soon, guys. It's been a
oh
great
yeah,
time. Thank you.
I see all
Thank you.
over.
See you
Oh yeah.
later.
All right. Love you. Bye.
You too. Bye.
So for you, Bonnie, tomorrow, tomorrow, Shane will call you tomorrow.
All right,
It's
Ray, your
just a
channel's not
day
coming up.
away.
Okay. I will find it and post it in the chat.
Just make a comment in the chat, Ray.
Hold
I can
on, I
click
gotta
on
pull
the
up.
comment and bring up your channel.
I gotta pull up YouTube again. There we go. All right, there you go.
Well, I'm still playing around with my ready or nose pick.
Milo's a good guy.
Don't worry about Milo. I'll shoot you.
There's my comment.
Let's see here.
It's
See,
Fat
Fat
Man
Man
Pepper, by the way.
Prepper.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's it.
I'm a fatty.
Yeah, not that much.
Victor 8. Hello. Yeah, I definitely love getting.
So nose picking, did you get it?
Oh, hang on. I lost my earplug.
Let me. Oh my goodness.
All right, let's see. Fat Man Prepper. Yeah, I got that one.
Okay.
The chilling fellow YouTuber get well rescue.
And then at the end of it, it says "man in a can" or something like that. So it takes it to the right one.
It's it's youtube.com/user/man in a can. But yeah, giving giving Von Erich crap about dinosaurs and stuff like that. That's so much fun. And he's a good sport about it. He really is.
We love him. It
But you gotta be careful with Vaughn. From time to time, he might take over your panel.
And that's okay. He's a good guy.
He really makes you think a lot. He's one
Okay,
of those that
you did it.
if I were to have a bad day, I think he's somebody I could talk to, and he's just
Yes,
about helping you get through things.
yes, and he's good biblical, spiritual. He's a good man.
Man on a can.
It
You don't want to see me on a can.
says man and a can. I put the link in the chat.
Yeah, that was many, many years ago
Oh, that's not it.
before I was married. Or, yeah, I know we were married, but we were separated. And I was going to do recipes basically for single guys and with canned foods and make gourmet meals.
Oh, cool.
Now I just eat what the hell ever. I'm not picky. I'll eat a rat burger for God's sakes.
What comes up is the same channel.
Yep.
But my logo is very unique right now. It's the only logo of a fat man holding a bucket of chicken.
All right, y'all. I'm going to close it down. Thank you all so much for joining tonight.
Before you go, let me say something. You hear me?
Yes.
All right. I was a cab driver, and I had this friend. They called him Fat Boy, and he was always down on his size because he was like 6'3", and he was big. But I told him that fat is pH pretty hot and tempting, you know. He's my fat boy. He was my buddy, you know. So I wouldn't worry about the whole overweight thing.
Oh, I
As
never
soon, as
do.
soon as you get up in frickin' Alaska, you're gonna be skinny boy prepping up there, man. Trust me.
Oh, trust me, I don't let my weight get. I'm the first one that'll climb the mountain. I'm the first one that'll tell you, let's go climb that mountain. It may take me a while to get up it, but god damn it, I'm the first one that's going to start.
You're gonna beat my ass up there. Trust me, with my feet and my legs and all that. It was a pleasure meeting you, Ray.
Absolutely, same likewise.
You sound like a nice young man. And thank you, Bonnie, for having me on. Have a good night.
You're welcome.
Enjoy.
You have a good night too. Thank you for coming up.
But I'm not that young, just saying. I'm at the stage where I'm old enough to know better, but don't give a damn.
There you go. Me too. It can go either way, and I'm all good.
I figure it's all downhill from here, anyways, right? You know, I mean,
Right?
let's face it.
All right,
wake up in
y'all.
the morning. I was just gonna say, I wake up in the mornings and I feel I sound like a breakfast cereal. Snap, crackle, pop.
Yes, but we're thankful.
I don't know. I gotta say, I've known a lot of people that have passed away, but I've never met one to this day that came back and said, "Hey, don't die. It's not worth it."
True.
Just a little something for you to think about. One of those Jack Handy moments.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming up, Ray. I've enjoyed
Thank
it.
you. I enjoy you all always.
Thank
And I
you.
enjoy your chat. You guys are an awesome group out there. So make sure before I leave, make sure if you haven't done so, hit the thumbs up. Hell, hit the thumbs down, even at least show something. It helps. Now we don't care really about the thumbs down. At least it helps with the analytics.
Right.
All right, I'm dropping.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Good luck. Thank y'all for joining tonight. Love y'all. Appreciate everything you do. God bless y'all.